Okay, we should be live now. This is the 102nd Battle of Ohio, y'all. This is going to be an interesting one. The Bengals are 2-4 now, and it's season ain't over. You know, I know they had a little bit of trouble with the Giants there, but you know, let me actually make sure because I got something new. Let me make sure my sound's working.
You got something new. Let me make sure my
Sound's working fine. Okay, so for anybody who was there for the Battle of Ohio podcast this week, y'all know that we had a bunch of audio issues. I think I did get them fixed. And I wrote down like a note on physically on my computer to make sure that I remembered how I fixed it. So hopefully we won't have those audio issues going forward. And I partly say that because I'm using the same system that I use for the podcast on this broadcast right now, because I actually sent links to Joe and Thomas if they want to like come on and join the show at any point and talk about what they're seeing. That's not to say they are going to be here, but they might show up at some point. And so I'm using that system, and it sounds like it's working. So that's very important. But yeah, Bengals Browns, dude. The Bengals have not won in Cleveland since 2017 when Marvin Lewis and Hugh Jackson were the head coaches. So a little bit nervous about that, but with completely different Bengals and Browns teams, that really has nothing to do with who these teams are today. The Browns offense is a disaster, and the Bengals defense has been a disaster. So we'll see which one kind of breaks today. If the Bengals win, they're 3-4, and they're kind of starting to claw their way back into relevancy. You're still a little bit worried about the fact that you blew basically your first 3 weeks and 4 of your first 5 weeks, but this is why we say that the season ain't over until they're mathematically eliminated, because you still got a chance, right? Let me go ahead and catch up some of these comments. Joe says, "Can't wait to hear you complain about the Bengals defense for 3 hours on the replay." Dude, if I'm complaining about the Bengals defense against the Browns, we've got issues. And all due respect to your team, but holy crap, if we can't even figure the Browns out, we've got problems. Majestic says won't be able to make it to this one again. Been busy in real life. It's very Majestic. If you're here, I appreciate you. If you can't make it, it's all good. It's all good. I've been streaming these games, not consistently. I wasn't always consistent with it, but I have been streaming these games since before anybody was actually ever in the stream. So I mean, if nobody showed up, I'd still do it. So I mean, you do what you got to do. All right. Mikey saw that I got Grossi ready. Yes, I did. I was there when it happened, Mikey, if you recall. And I was trying to hype you up while it was going on. I was telling people to subscribe and stuff. So and I saw you got a few. I don't even know what you're at now, but I saw you got like 50 at least at the time. It might be more now. That you gained anyway. Let me check, because that was really cool. I remember when I am having trouble finding your profile. What the hell? Okay, you got 169 subscribers now. So yeah, it's that's over 100 subscribers that you got from that one Grossi raid. That's pretty cool. Like I said, if you can, I would. I see you already actually put out a video about it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, dude. Yep. I'm really happy for you. That made such a huge difference for my channel when Tom Grossi first rated my channel, because up to that point, this channel was on life support basically. I wasn't really sure if I was going to keep doing it forever. And then I think I've got 3 Grossi raids at this point, and I would argue that the vast majority of my existence, and I put out I put out plenty of content at the time, but a lot of the reason why my channel has the momentum it has is because of those Grossi raids, So, yeah, no, that was so cool for you, dude. I'm so happy for you. Prediction is Browns 15-14. I hate you, Mikey. I swear to God, if the Bengals only score 14 points, I'm going to cry. I got them scoring 24. Hopefully they're better than they were last week against the Giants. And they got the job done, but it was not really what you wanted to see out of the offense. And the defense didn't even really inspire me all that much. They got the job done, but it was against the Giants, who had a bunch of players out. So I don't know, but this week's a new week, right? It's they could totally get it done. CT says Bengals 30 to 17 win. That's possible. So you got the defense having about the same success against the Browns offense that I do, but you got the Bengals scoring one more touchdown than I have them scoring, or maybe 2 more field goals. That's possible. They could drop 30. My only thing is the Browns have a really talented defense, and that defense has a history of doing well against Joe Burrow. So I am a little concerned that we're probably not going to get peak Joe Burrow in this game. I hope we do. I just, I have a feeling that's probably not what we're going to get. What's going on, Sports Productions 17? How I found this channel. What was it, like the Grossi raids, right? Yeah. That's how a lot of people found this channel. Like the majority of the people who comment or who are like, in like the chat regularly are people who have been around for like a while. Like Majestic's been around for a while. Mikey's been around for a while. Joe is a guy who I've had on the show before, so that's why he's kind of a he's here. And he was a contributor, not a contributor, but he was a regular guest we had on the Battle of Ohio podcast, so that's why he's here. A lot of people from the Grossi raids haven't really stuck around as like regular chat people, but sometimes you get a few people like that, and I'm glad you're sticking around, Sports Productions. You're a Bills fan, right? Why does Dennis Allen have a job? That's because the Saints are stupid. That's the only explanation I have. I could not tell you anything beyond that. I used to be here a lot. I got busy with other things. Did you have a different name back then? Because I don't quite remember Sports Production 17 being a name that I saw regularly. But I'm happy you're here either way. I don't remember that being a common name that I saw a whole lot. So I'm just trying to get this stream back up because I'm dealing with a lot of BS on the NFL's part. You pay for a service to watch games with, and they don't let you watch games with it, or they're just like never updating or whatever. So it's just a bunch of crap, really. Okay, let's see. Let me try this one. It isn't working. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that got a game. I mean, we got a few minutes before the game starts, so I mean, I'm not like, it's not the big huge deal or anything like that, but. See if we can get it here. There we go. There we go. I think I got it back. All right. It was Sports at Cool. Sports are cool. I think that one sounds somewhat familiar. 33 to 10, but actually the touchdown doesn't count. What? 33 to 10 actually, but the touchdown. What touchdown? I'm confused, Mikey. You're gonna have to explain a little bit more. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. All right, so the Bengals are remarkably healthy going into this game. Interestingly enough, I saw the inactives reports. So for the Bengals, Trent Irwin's not going to be playing, which I think that means Jermaine Burton is going to be playing, which is nice. Cedric Johnson, who's a like crazy wild backup. All right, that's not working. God damn it. Having a lot of issues with getting the game right now. Okay. Sorry, I know this is a lot of dead air right now, but I'm just trying to get the game back up. There we go. Okay, that's something. Okay, appears to be on a commercial, which makes about sense. Okay, so we also got Andrew Stuber, who's out, who I didn't even know he was on the team. I'm not sure who that is. So me, the big gigantic Bengals fan, doesn't know who that is. So every once in a while, you get a guy like that who I'm like, who the hell is that? Lawrence Guy, I thought, he's been a pretty solid backup. But him and J. Tufele are both inactive. So I guess that just means they're really healthy when it comes to defensive tackle right now. But personally, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's an injury situation going on there, but I think I'd rather have Lawrence Guy than Zach Carter right now. But again, I don't know exactly why they're inactive. And then Tanner McLaughlin, is out just because he's the fourth string tight end. They don't always need a fourth string tight end. So again, Bengals remarkably healthy. Maybe I might be seeing like an injury if Lawrence Guy or J. Tufele is hurt. Maybe there's an injury there, but like nothing substantial. Those guys are like for like definite backups. Like J. Tufele is basically a third stringer, and I don't really know what you'd consider Lawrence Guy because he's relatively new. But yeah, for the Browns, Jameis Winston is not active, although he is the the third quarterback on the roster. So, I don't think there's really anything too much for the Browns to worry about with him being inactive. You got Deshaun Watson is obviously playing. And then Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who I forgot was still on the Browns, apparently is the backup. Yeah, I just totally forgot he, was like, I remember the Browns had him. I didn't know he was still with the Browns, interestingly enough. Khalif, or is it Khalif or something like that? Halasi, cornerback. I don't really know who that is. Ronnie Hickman, safety. Jerome Ford is inactive, but that's probably because Nick Chubb is playing, which that's a scary name for Bengals fans because Nick Chubb tends to have good games against the Bengals. He is coming off of an injury, so it's quite possible. We talked about this on the Battle of Ohio podcast. It's quite possible he could be limited in his snap count today, but yeah, he's definitely somebody who the Bengals don't like seeing. Kind of the opposite of Derrick Henry. Although, again, Derrick Henry did have a good game against the Bengals with the Ravens, but historically, not so much. Nathaniel Watson is out. Is a linebacker who I don't know who that is, and Quentin Jefferson, who I think I've heard of him. Again, I'm not 100% sure who really any of these non-starters for the Browns are, but I think it's like if I've heard of a guy, you can probably expect them to be maybe somebody worth paying attention to. So nothing really is on the injury front for really either team. Notably, the Browns traded away Amari Cooper. So their passing attack potentially might be a little subdued. But then again, if you ask Browns fans, they'll tell you Amari Cooper sucked. Which I've seen some rough things from him, but I also don't think he sucked. I think it was just poor communication with Deshaun Watson. And I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong about the whole thing, but yeah, I would. I think them not having Amari Cooper is going to make a difference. Maybe they're tanking. That'd be great for me. I mean, Thomas is actually like on Facebook actively campaigning for the Browns to start tanking, and I think I've told you all how I feel about tanking for any team. I think it's ridiculous and stupid. Unless you're coming up on like a once in a generation type of player. It's like when the Bengals were potentially going to go get Joe Burrow, there was one game where I kind of rooted for the Bengals to lose because they'd already lost all their other games that year. And it was basically the tank bowl against the Miami Dolphins. And it's like we knew if we lost that game, we secured the number one pick and we were almost certainly going to get Joe Burrow at that point. And so, like, I almost never advocate for tanking, but in that one situation, in that one single game, it's like the rest of the season has been a bust anyway. So we might as well just, I wouldn't be too upset if we lost this game because at least, it potentially spells good things for the future, which it did. Joe Burrow has made a way bigger impact for this football team than winning that game against the Dolphins would have made. And boy, they tried to screw that up too. They ended up coming back and almost like taking control and winning that game. Took it to overtime. Actually, the Dolphins were blowing them out, and ended up taking the game to overtime. Where the Bengals did eventually lose, but I was getting a little nervous there for a second. I was like, no, we're gonna end up with Tua. Which, like, I actually really liked Tua coming out of college. I was on board with the Bengals drafting Tua until Joe Burrow really emerged as like this great. But like before Joe Burrow kind of like had like started his like big run up in college, like in his final year in college, I was actually in the like we should be looking at Tua Tagovailoa camp, and then we didn't. So it's ultimately it's good because that's what we really needed to do, but. Read my last comment before that. Why does Dennis Allen have a job? As far as 33 to 10, I'm still not quite sure, unless you're talking about my prediction is 15 to 14, but I'm not sure what that has to do with 33 to 10. Or are you saying the Bengals are gonna? No, that was CT, not you. Yeah, I'm still not sure what you mean by 33 to 10, Mikey. I did read your last comment. Paulson Adebo and Rashid Shaheed out for the season. You really, please, for the love of God, stop murdering my fantasy team, Saints. Oh, my God. Now I got to... I think I actually might end up, funnily enough, I think I might actually end up winning that game, even though Rashid Shaheed, kind of sabotaged them. But I think I'm still going to end up winning, which is nice, because he had... the guy I'm playing against had ended up having somebody out as well. Let me see. I had Rashid Shaheed, but let's see. As far as the matchup goes, I am currently projected to win actually, and part of that is because he had Mooney, Darnell Mooney from the Falcons. No, not Darnell Mooney. Who am I thinking of? Oh, Cortland Sutton, who played for the Broncos but didn't do anything. So that kind of canceled things out. So it'll be okay, but like now I got to figure out a new situation for to replace Shaheed. My Dogs won yesterday against Texas and Bama lost. I saw that on Twitter. That's pretty crazy. All right, so the Bengals are going to get the ball first, and the kick is away, and that's going to be returned. Okay, so Charlie Jones takes it to the 10, 20, and he's got a hole, 30, 40, 50, and he gets past the kicker, and he might go. I don't know if he's going to quite make it all the way, though. I think he might have just barely stayed in. I think that's a kickoff return for a touchdown. Are they calling that a touchdown? I haven't seen them update it on the scoreboard yet. I thought he might have stepped out of bounds. The Bengals are celebrating like they got a touchdown. Nope. Okay, they're saying touchdown on the screen. So let's see here. Nope, he doesn't step out. He keeps those legs in bounds. Oh boy, yeah. Charlie Jones with a huge kickoff touchdown to start the game. You gotta love it. Wow. All right. What a way to get the game started, y'all. Gotta love it, Charlie. This is why I wanted them to draft Charlie Jones. I was a big Charlie Jones guy going into the draft because of his return ability. I know he hasn't been electrifying this year, but damn, that one was. All right, Bengals take the lead 6-0 after technically not even one play. Because they don't count kickoffs as like when they say the first play of the game, they don't typically count kickoffs in that. So hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. All right. All right, and the extra point is up, and that's good. So the Bengals take an early 7-0 lead. Let's fucking go. 67-0. I can only hope. Let's go, baby. Jameis is better than DTR. I think he is, Mikey. I think he is. LSU, did they do well? Again, I don't really follow college football, so I don't know what's going on with these teams. I saw the thing about Georgia trending on Twitter. That's what happened there. Put him in my fantasy. If you're talking about Shaheed, rough. You saw Tom's reaction to the wildflower poster. I did. I saw him. He was like, he was like, hey, it's a wall. He really liked that. Yeah, that's I'm really happy that you got that, Mikey. 1-5 is so bad. Well, the Browns are so bad, dude. It's not like the Bengals, where the Bengals 1-4 record was maybe a little misleading because like they like the games they lost, they were really super competitive in. Even though the one against the Patriots was really concerning because the Patriots are such a bad team. But man, what a great play there. And Charlie Jones just with the body control to keep his legs in bound, man. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but he never did. And like he actually probably would if he had a little bit like an extra like 3 or 4 yards to go, he probably would have ended up getting pushed out, but he didn't. And he manages to dive forward into the end zone. All right, so there's going to be a return, and the Browns are going to try to return it down to the 20, and he gets tackled at the 23-yard line. Let's go. Or it might have been like the 27 or something. I don't know. Either way, it definitely wasn't a kickoff return for a touchdown because let's fucking go, baby. I wrote 33-6. Still not sure what you're talking about, Mikey. We get the ball for atypical kickoff return, goes for a tutty. Let's go, baby. Would have never predicted that. Nope. Not with the way the kickoff rules are now. All right, Deshaun Watson comes out. He's under center. He fakes the handoff, takes the snap, rolls back, and that gets deflected. But luckily for the Browns, that goes nowhere. But Bengals did a good job of being on top of that play. Maybe a little bit of a misfire by Deshaun Watson, but unluckily for the Bengals, though, they are not. No one's in the area to pick that ball off because that could have been huge. Pick the Browns 24-17. Well, I hope you're wrong. Go Dogs. Dude, like Kentucky almost beat Georgia. I'm a Kentucky fan. I did hear about that. Kentucky almost beat Georgia. I was really kind of hoping they'd pull it off, but it's Kentucky. Deshaun Watson is going to slightly fake the handoff. He throws the ball up, and that time it is caught. It's a high catch, but that's caught by Tillman for about a 7-ish yard pickup. No Nick Chubb. I thought Nick Chubb's playing. Nick Chubb's playing. My dad said if the Browns beat the Bengals, he'll be shirtless on our next show. All right, then. Interesting. Texans interception at their to Green Bay. Oh, they're okay. So, all right. Texans got an interception. Cool. All right. So it's going to be a run, I believe, by Nick Chubb on that play. Only picks up about 2 yards or so. So it's going to be 4th down. Let's go. Bengals defense came to play today, baby. And unless the Browns are absolutely insane, they're going to punt here. Oh, yeah, Nick Chubb tripped. That's what happened. He actually probably would have had the first down if he hadn't tripped. So, yeah, dude, Mikey, absolutely. You support me, I support you. It's a you scratch my back, I scratch your back type of scenario. Absolutely. I'll support anybody who follows my show. Like, no question about it. Any of y'all want to start a YouTube channel, I'll bump you all day. Absolutely. Because you support me, I'll support you. That's how it works. All right. I believe that's Corey Bajorquez, the punter. Punts the ball away, and that's going to be returned again by Charlie Jones. But he's not able to get away from the tackle on that one. So he gets tackled about the 20. Turns into a decent punt by the Browns. Tell me if Chubb is having any good runs. Well, he certainly hasn't so far. Yeah, I know they lost. You're talking about Kentucky? I know they lost. But it's Kentucky. The fact that we came that close to beating Georgia, like fucking Georgia, like it's not like the NFL where you're like, where like, if you're playing a great team but you lose, it doesn't really matter. When it's Kentucky playing against like the top dogs and they almost win, that's exciting. It kind of reminds me of like, when you're a fan of a lower scale Premier League team and you just get excited that they can compete with like Chelsea or something like that. Whether you win or not, you just enjoy the fact that, it was close. Worth talking about. You saw the Texans fans were throwing bottles. I didn't see that. Throwing bottles on the field. Oh God. That's that's ridiculous, man. Like for a team who is like, who looked like they were dead in the water, and now they've given their fans hope and everything like that. For them to be throwing bottles onto the field, like, damn, man. Like, I would, if I'm a Texans fan, I'm just happy that it's kind of like I am with the Bengals. Like, as bad as the Bengals have been over the years, I'm just happy that we're competitive. Like, yeah, it's frustrating when they do, when they have these bullshit plays and they screw themselves over and lose these games they shouldn't lose. But at the same time, the fact that we're competitive right now, I'm generally happy about that. I would much rather be competitive and maybe not get the job done than just be constantly losing all the damn time. Like, like the Browns are now. I've been there before as a Bengals fan. It's not fun. It's not interesting to watch the games. So I don't know why they're throwing bottles on the field. That's stupid. Vikings got a touchdown. I'll actually, here in a little bit, once I catch up to these comments, I'll probably start catching up with some of the other games too. Vikings 7-0 over the Lions. Interesting. I think Aiden Hutchinson being out is going to be a bigger deal than people expect. Aaron Jones, 34-yard rushing touchdown, and Tom Grassi is crying somewhere. Poor guy. Oh yeah, Georgia sucked in that game. Yeah, I mean, our offense was bad too, but like our defense played really well. They got mad at the refs, so they started chucking bottles. That's still stupid, Mikey. Do you see Cleveland is leaving? Hold on. Pistol formation for Joe Burrow. He's going to motion a guy to his right, and that's where he's going to pitch it as well. And Chase Brown gets hit in the backfield, manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up a half a yard there. So better than a loss, I guess, but that didn't work out so well. You see Cleveland is leaving Cleveland to move by. Oh, you see the Browns are moving Cleveland to move by the airport. I didn't see that. I'm sure Thomas will have something to say about that. Texans up 3-0 on the Packers. Nope. I'll get to your comment here in a second, Jay. 2nd and 10. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. He throws. It's caught. And I believe that's Jamar Chase. That was Jamar Chase. Okay, it's about a 5-yard pickup. I feel good about the Bengals being up 7 and forcing the Elves to punt in their opening drive. Yeah, that's a great start. It's up to Joe and company to come up with something productive and keep it going. Yeah. If they can get some points on this drive of any kind, that's huge. That could be huge, yeah. But they got to capitalize, though. That's the thing. It's 3rd and 4 now, so they got an opportunity to keep this drive moving. All right. Shotgun formation for Joe Burrow. He's got, I believe, Zach Moss to his left, who he actually motions up forward. It is Zach Moss. So play clock starts running down, but they get the ball snapped. Joe Burrow is running around in the backfield. He's going to throw it up, and it's just too far, I think, for Tanner Hudson. Joe Burrow had to scramble out and had to make something happen, and he probably could have had Tanner Hudson, but I was just too far. There's no way Tanner Hudson's catching that ball. So it's 4th and 4. Bengals go 3 and out, and they're going to have to punt. Great. Wonderful. Let's see. I think you could have had Eric All there, Like Eric All was open. Yeah. That's bad. That's poor vision by Joe Burrow on that play. All right, Ryan Ruckow, the wrecking ball. He punts the ball away. And that is going to be caught about the 25-yard line, and it's going to be returned to about the 37, 38, roughly. About halfway in between there. I agree we didn't do that in the NFC Championship game. So stupid. Huh. Seahawks over Falcons 3-0. Interesting. If the Lions are in the Super Bowl, then Aiden Hutchinson could be playing. If they make it to the Super Bowl, I don't see the Lions keeping up their run of dominance right now without Aiden Hutchinson. I think they're still going to be competitive, but I don't think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl without him, personally. But that's interesting that he could come back. Just like with the way that injury happened, that's crazy that he could come back. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen though. All right, let me check some of these scores since I'm caught up with the comments now. We're on a commercial break. So, the Jaguars beat the Patriots 32-16 this morning. Now, it's interesting to see the Jaguars finally got that offense going. They're 2-5 now. What a way to go. What a way to go. The Seahawks are up 3-0 on the Falcons. I think Mikey mentioned that. Titans, Bills have not had any scores yet. Lions are trailing the Vikings by 7. It's 7-0 Vikings on top. Although Lions have the ball right now. See what happens. Eagles and Giants are currently tied 0-0. Texans up 3-0 on the Packers. Dolphins and Colts are tied 0-0. And nothing else really going on. Broncos beat the poop out of the Saints on Thursday. So that's unfortunate. Mikey got himself a Grossi raid, though. So, so Mikey, you know what I've always said with this channel? Like, if the Bengals do badly, but the channel does well, like I would rather see a Bengals Super Bowl than the channel just like blow up or something like that. Because I got other things going on. But at the same time, if the Bengals are going to do poorly, if the channel does well, that at least makes me feel a little bit better, and talking things out with you guys makes the shitty games at least more fun. So, should I start streaming? If you want to, absolutely. If you do, let me know. And, I'll, like I do with Mikey, I'll come to your streams and I'll talk and I'll, promote you here and there. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to, you should. Drake May had 33 fantasy points. That's not bad. Okay. That's what you said Thursday. Let's go, Mikey. Let's go. That Grossi raid. All right. Nick Chubb's going to get the handoff, and Bengals doing a good job against him today. He picks up maybe a yard. I don't even think he quite got that. Probably won't show my face, though. You don't have to necessarily. It might be difficult to get interest without having, some sort of on-screen action happening. You could go for like the radio route. A thing that I've said is if you Deshaun Watson takes a shotgun snap, he throws and that's caught by number 19, Tillman. All right, and he picks up about 9 yards on that play. Cedric Tillman, second-year receiver out of Tennessee. You don't have to show your face, but if you're not going to show your face, you're going to need to come up with some sort of graphical element to keep some people interested. All right, Deshaun Watson hands the ball off. Nick Chubb, that's his best run of the day so far, picks up about 5 yards. That's going to be a Browns first down to the 50-yard line. How many subs did Mikey get from it? Was it only 41? Because, you're at like 160 now. I feel like you had a lot less than 120 subs. Like, I feel like you had like 50 something. Don't forget that just in the one day, you're still getting subs from that whole thing. Had 131. I feel like I checked earlier and you had more than that. All right, it's going to be a fake handoff to Nick Chubb. It's going to be a toss to David Njoku, who Jermaine Pratt has a lot of trouble bringing down. He got him maybe gave him a yard, and then he just got dragged for another 4. Oh, boy. All right. You had 131 before the raid, is that right? I didn't think you had that many. Okay, well, never mind then. Yeah, I guess you're right. If you had 131 before the raid, then yeah, you're absolutely right. You had about 40 something. Yeah, you got 169 subs right now. So should you keep posting videos on YouTube or not? Yeah, if you want to, yeah, absolutely. Nick Chubb takes the handoff. He picks up about 3 yards. Once again, the Bengals have trouble actually bringing people down once they make contact, which is slightly obnoxious, but they're keeping Nick Chubb generally under control, so that's nice. But yeah, as far as like posting videos and streaming, it's just like, do you want to? If you want to, then do it. Are you expecting to like turn it into something? Then, that would be the only way to do it, is to just start doing it. You'll learn the best ways to do it over time. But if you want to, absolutely. Deshaun Watson takes a shotgun snap. He throws, and that's caught once again. Number 88. Jordan Atkins, 7th-year tight end out of UCF. So Deshaun Watson's looking pretty accurate today, I'll tell you that. Other than that one play earlier. He did have a bad throw earlier, but other than that one throw, he's been pretty accurate today. Bengals need to generate a little bit more pressure. That's kind of I'd say that's their biggest problem of this game so far right now. Is they're not generating a whole lot of pressure on Deshaun Watson. Now, the Browns are known for having a good offensive line, so there's that. Deshaun Watson takes a shotgun snap. Once again, there's no pressure, and he's going to throw it once again to the same guy, number 88, Jordan Atkins, and he picks up about 4 or 5 yards, and it's because nobody was really covering him. And just letting him matriculate the ball down the field. Good news, the Falcons suck. Do they? Do the Falcons suck? I don't know if the Falcons suck. I mean, they're losing right now 3-0, but they've got a 4-2 record. I don't know if the Falcons suck. Bad news for Saints fans. The Bucs don't. Well, also the hold on. Deshaun Watson's going to take the flea flicker. He's going to throw it up, but it's going to be way too far. So it was like a reverse handoff and then flea flicker. But he just throws the ball way too far. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. So yeah, Nick Chubb looks like Nick Chubb took the snap and then handed the ball off to Elijah Moore, who then flea flicked it to Deshaun Watson. And then Watson tried to get it to Cedric Tillman, but it was like way overthrown. And honestly, there might have been some pass interference there if it wasn't as badly overthrown as it was. So good thing Deshaun Watson didn't throw the ball well there. Nick Chubb's going to take the handoff, and the Bengals are all over him. Let's go. Let's go. And they hold the Browns to 4th down. Unfortunately, I believe they're in field goal range. So, barring a missed kick, they're probably going to get points. But, hey, the Bengals defense overall is playing pretty well today. So that's good. Now, against a not so great Browns offense, to be fair, but have you seen any of my edits? I haven't. I haven't. I'll look your channel up after this game, but no, I haven't seen any of your edits. 49-yard field goal attempt for the Browns. And the kick is up, and he shanked it! Oh, it's pushed left. Let's go. Let's go. Bengals defense gets away with one there. All right. That is wide left. Good hold. He just totally missed it. He mistimed that entirely. I kind of had the thought, because I was like, 49-yard field goal attempt. That's a little farther than I thought it was. So this is no gimme. I mean, it's like any NFL kicker should be able to make that. But it's not like it's a guarantee that they're going to make it, right? It's just they should be capable of making it, which he absolutely is. But didn't make it that time. Take it. You would take that all day. 7-0 Bengals. It remains. Falcons' 3 or 4 wins came from the NFC South. Okay, but they're still 4-2. Like, who do their other win come against? The Eagles. Okay, yeah, the Eagles suck too. But one of those teams is the Buccaneers. They beat the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are a pretty decent team. So, they came close with the Chiefs, 22-17. Wasn't a bad game. They did lose to the Steelers, which I'm a little skeptical about that one. But, overall, I'd say, the Falcons don't suck. I know you hate the Falcons, but the Falcons are fine. They escaped the Bucs. Yeah, but they won. They barely lost to the Chiefs. So, I mean, like, either you're saying, like, barely losing doesn't matter, or you're saying, barely winning does matter. Like, you can't have it both ways. So, either you got to give them that they almost beat the Chiefs, or you got to give, or you got to give them that they did beat the Bucs. It's very simple there. At first I won't, but then I probably will. You do whatever you want to do, honestly. Like, the thing with this channel is I kind of had the thought of, like, maybe I could build a channel. Maybe, one day this could turn into, like a source of income for me or something. But the reason I started this channel is because I don't really have a whole lot of people in my life who consistently will watch football with me. So I wanted to start this channel so that I could hang out with other football enjoyers and just kind of have fun with the whole thing, Yeah, I saw how much fun Tom Grossi was having streaming the games, and I was just like, dude, I'd love to do that. Again, maybe one day I make some money off of it, but like I started this channel because I really enjoyed doing it. And if you're gonna start your channel, if you're gonna like, we already have a channel, but if you're gonna like make videos and stuff, do it because you want to do it. Do it because it's fun. Because yeah, you might one day make some money off of it, but it's most likely going to take a lot of work to get to that point. I mean, hell, Tom Grossi, what he did it for like 5-6 years totally for free before he finally broke through. And then it even took a few years after that for him to go full time with it. All right, Joe Burrow shot pistol snap, throws it over the middle to T. Higgins, who bounces out of a tackle, isn't really able to get any more yards out of it, but hey, you'll take it. And that's still about a 15-yard pickup, and that's a Bengals first down. There we go. Thank goodness that trickery failed, as I'd hate the clowns to score on such a play. It'd be embarrassing for the Bengals D. The Bengals D has had a lot of embarrassing games this year, to be fair. I will be back in a few minutes. All right, I'll see you, Sports Productions. Go defense. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Go well, not right now. The Bengals are on offense now, but I know you said that when the Bengals defense was up. Chase Brown takes the handoff, and he bounces out of like 3 or 4 tackles, and he's getting loose down to the 20, down to the 15, and he eventually gets taken down there. But dude, Chase Brown is that dude. There's a flag on the play though. We're gonna get holding probably. What's the flag? It's on the Bengals. It is holding. Fuck. Cordell Volson gets called holding on the play. Damn it. With as chaotic as a play as that was, I'm not surprised that there was holding, but damn it. That was a big play, and now you're going backwards. Terrible. Let's see the replay. Cordell Volson throws off 1 tackle, and then the only reason Chase Brown gets through that initial line is because of that. So it's 1st and 16 now. They retain first down, which is nice. Going to be a handoff to Chase Brown that time, and he only picks up about 3 yards, which is probably about more like what that first play was going to look like. So, I'm sorry, that was Zach Moss actually on the carry. So then we're elite for destroying 2 bad teams. Well, you thought you were. Giving up 7 on special teams and failing to score on special teams themselves shows so far. It just hasn't been the Browns' day. I don't mind it, dude. I'll take it. Like, I really like to see the offense get some points at the very least on this drive. Like, 2nd and 13. At least a field goal, man. Take advantage of the opportunity the Browns' offense is giving you right now. Joe Burrow is in the shotgun formation. He's now an empty after the motion. Great protection. Oh, my God. He's got forever to throw that ball, and he ends up having to damn. Dude, that sucks. He had forever to throw that ball. There was no pressure on him. But eventually, he has to run away from the play. And, yeah, on replay, it's like nobody was – that was just great coverage by the Browns. That sucks. Maybe you could have had – now – yeah, because I was thinking maybe Yoshi, but then they zoomed out and JOK was in pretty good position there. So yeah, it was just great defensive play by the Browns, even though they took a while to generate pressure. That's unfortunate. All right, 3rd and 13. Come on, can we get it in? Like a first down anyway. Joe Burrow shotgun snap, rolls out to his right. He's going to throw it short this time to Zach Moss, who not quite. He picks up about 12 of the 13 yards, but it is going to be 4th down. So this actually, though, this is no man's land, right? So the Bengals actually might, 4th and 3, maybe. I don't know. This is with a 7-point lead. You could really make either decision here. 4th and 3. The offense has been kind of up and down. I'm guessing they're probably going to go for it here. And it does look like that's what they're going to do. So actually from the 37-yard line, maybe you could go for a field goal here, but whatever. All right, 4th and 3, Joe Burrow takes the shotgun snap, so they're going for it, and he looks around. He's got pressure in his face, and fuck. And the Browns sack him. Damn it. Giving momentum right back to him, man. That sucks. I think that was just poor poor pocket presence by Joe Burrow on that play. I'm not saying it wasn't bad offensive line or whatever. I'll have to go back and see exactly what happened, but I think that was a poor decision to step up in the pocket the way that Joe Burrow did. Looked like he was trying to shake off a little bit of pressure and just ended up stepping into the pressure. So not a great play on fourth down there. But the defense is playing well, so you're hoping. I think part of it is the fact that the Browns have pretty much been given this game. You basically got a turnover with the missed field goal, right? So that's probably Zach Taylor's thought process, is like he just saw the Browns miss a field goal. So, you got an opportunity here to go for it on fourth down, especially since you just had a really good play. I don't hate the decision to go for it there at all. I could have taken one or the other, honestly, on that one. We're all football enjoyers. I can't imagine you'd be subscribed to my channel if you're not a football enjoyer. That would be it's because the only thing I've tried to talk about baseball occasionally. I just not really my thing. But 99% of what we talk about here is football. So if you're not a football enjoyer, you wouldn't be subscribed to my channel anyway, which is fair, All right. So it's better to almost win than to win. Okay, we're all clear. That's not what I said, Mikey. You were criticizing the Falcons for barely beating the Buccaneers. And my point was, if you're going to criticize them for barely beating the Buccaneers, then you have to give them props for almost beating the Chiefs. I think it's just a flawed argument is all I'm saying. I think, you say, oh, well, they didn't beat the Chiefs. And so that's not really a, good or a bad sign for them, but they did beat the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers are a good team. So in my opinion, you did beat the Buccaneers, and that's a point in your corner. They're 4-2. Give them credit. One of those games was almost came very close to beating the Chiefs. So I'm just saying, to say the Falcons suck is silly, But I know you hate them. So I'll say the Steelers suck when they're 15-0. It doesn't really matter. I get it, but at the same time, I'm just being realistic here. I was all for going for it there, but I'm disappointed in the O-line on that one. Yeah, I think it was a little bit the O-line, but you also got to remember this is the Browns' defensive line, which is the one thing they have going for them is a really good defensive line. I think Joe Burrow probably could have done with a bit better pocket presence on that play. Deshaun Watson takes the shotgun snap, and he fakes the handoff. He's going to throw to David Njoku, who picks up about 5 yards with extremely soft coverage on him. He did have a couple guys on him, but they were playing 3 or 4 yards off. Vikings up 10-0 over the Lions. Interesting. Very interesting. This is looking like a 2-win team versus a 1-win team. I don't know about that. I think this is definitely looking like the Bengals are playing a 1-win team, but it's to me it's looking like the Bengals are like a 500 team. I don't think the Bengals are playing that badly. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Deshaun Watson hands the ball off, and I think that's Kareem Hunt. I forgot he was on the Browns again, and he picks up basically no yards on the play. So it's going to be third down. And can you get off the field here on 3rd and 4? The Browns are I don't remember the exact stat, but I think they're basically the worst team in the NFL on 3rd down. So hopefully you can get off the field here. Dolphins up 7-0 over the Colts. That's crazy. You criticized us for blowing out Carolina. I didn't criticize you for blowing out Carolina. I said, hold on, it's Carolina. Don't get too excited just yet. Let's see what happens. That's all. I just pumped the brakes. That's all I did. I didn't criticize him. Deshaun Watson shotgun snap, and he gets sacked, taken down by Trey Hendrickson. There you go. And that's a 4th down. That's going to lead them to 4th down. They're going to have to punt. There you go. Bengals defense came to play today, y'all. That they did. Now, again, I know it's the Browns, but, honestly, I'll take what I can get out of the defense at this point, 2 weeks in a row, the defense has looked pretty good. And against 2 really bad teams, to be fair, 2 really bad offensive teams. But, just getting some momentum, so they can, maybe by the time that, they get back to playing some, tougher teams, maybe they can look better. All right, Charlie Jones is going to fair catch it at the 10-yard line. That's damn good punt by Corey Bojorquez and good coverage to force the fair catch. So that's unfortunate for the Bengals, but, hey, still, you'll take that defensive drive there, especially after the Bengals turned the ball over with the failed 4th down conversion. And then the defense basically forces a 3 and out, you'll take that, And that right there is why it's totally fine for the Bengals to go for it on 4. Now, the one thing I'll say is Evan McPherson probably could have made that field goal. That's the one thing I'll say is, partially this is in retrospect, because in retrospect, it's like you missed the field goal, or you missed the extra point, you missed the conversion anyway. So it would have been interesting to see them try a field goal there. Evan McPherson totally could have made that field goal. Now, would he have? I don't know, but he totally could have. So that's just unfortunate they missed out on the extra points there. But, 3 points, hopefully that won't make a huge deal in this game. If the offense can get going on this next drive, then, hopefully it should be fine. If the Bengals can score on this upcoming drive, I won't even think about the fourth down, the failed fourth down conversion attempt. I won't even be thinking about that anymore if they can score on this drive. And even if they don't score on this drive, I still don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But why do some games start at 4:05 and the Chiefs play at 4:25? I don't quite know. But they've always done that. There's been a lot of staggered, like every week the afternoon games are staggered. You have, I think you'll always have 2, depending on, most of the time during a normal week, you have 2 4:05 games and you have 1 4:25 game. And I don't know why they do it that way. Yeah, I honestly don't know why they do it that way. I don't think it hurts anything really, but I don't know. I've always kind of wondered that too. Why there's a staggered afternoon schedule, because you don't really get the staggered like morning schedule. Like everybody plays at 1, and then most of the time, you don't like when you get prime time, when you get like doubleheader primetime games, those will be staggered. But it's 4 p.m. games. Like how many people are really yearning to watch those 4 p.m. games? So I don't know. I don't know why they do it. Kareem Hunt is on the Chiefs. Well, then who did I see? There's 27. Deontay Foreman. Okay, my bad. That's professionalism right there. So Deontay Foreman was the one on that play. All right, Jamar Chase is going to take the jet sweep, and he gets out to the outside, picks up a first down. Let's go. That was a good jet sweep play there by Jamar Chase. Are they doing another? They are doing another Nickelodeon game. Well, I'm sure they are. They like doing those Nickelodeon games. They'll be doing those for a while, I think. I think that's been a relatively successful thing for them. So they'll probably keep putting – they might end up putting more games on Nickelodeon, honestly. Like not a shit ton, but like a couple more a year or something. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. Steps back and throws over the middle. And, ooh, T. Higgins goes up for it. And he fights through contact to come down with that ball. And he gets the first down. Let's go. That was a rough catch right there. Damn. What a catch. There you go. I'd rather watch Julie and the Phantoms or any other good show than a Falcons Super Bowl. Joe Burrow takes the shotgun snap, and he ends up just throwing it short to Chase Brown, which is a catch, but it's only like a 3-yard catch. So, I guess that's better than an incompletion, to be fair. 2nd and 7. I'd rather watch Julie and the Phantoms or any other good show than a Falcons Super Bowl. Well, frankly, I'd rather watch a bad show than a Steelers Super Bowl. So, like a Steelers Super Bowl win, I'd totally down to see them lose the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, or shotgun formation. Anyway, he's got Chase Brown to his right, and he's actually audibling to a new play right now with 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And all right. So that's going to be the end of the quarter. Looks like Myles Garrett actually stepped offside, but I think it was after the quarter ended. So, yep. And we're going to head to quarter 2. The Bengals have the ball, and offense has played fairly well today. It's not that like super electrifying Bengals offense that you see sometimes, but considering the Browns defense typically plays really well against the Bengals, I think you'll take what you've seen so far. Defense has played really well, like extremely well. They better against this Browns team, but you give credit where credit's due. The defense has performed very well today. the offense has been good enough today. They haven't been high flying incredible. Theoretically, they'll heat up over the course of the game and, get and hopefully do better over the rest of the game. But, you like what you see so far. Definitely happy with what we've seen from the Bengals so far today. And if we can keep this up, we'll be 3-4. And 3-4 feels a hell of a lot better than 0-3 did. Titans up 3-0 over the Bills. Yep, I actually will go ahead and check those scores. Anything interesting? Vikings still up 10-0 over the Lions. Dolphins up 7-0 over the Colts. We talked about that. Packers did score, so they're up 7-3 over the Texans. Other than that, nothing really interesting. Titans leading the Bills 3-0, but I don't know if that really means anything. I guess it means the Bills' offense isn't doing that great, but Seahawks leading the Falcons 3-0. Looks like the Falcons' offense isn't really getting anything done. Steelers 11-6. You fuck off, Mikey. Mikey really hates the Falcons. Yeah, I'd imagine that's the big rival. That's who you would hate. I get it. I get how much you hate the Falcons, Mikey. I understand it. I respect it too. Just I'm also going to be, I'm going to be honest and logical about it too. I would rather watch a bad show too, but I just want a reason to watch Julie and the Fans. I don't even know what even I've never even heard of that show. I'm not much of a TV guy, really, to be fair. I used to be when I was a kid, but, in my adult life, I've never really cared too much about TV. So it's a Netflix show. It's a musical comedy. Okay, so I'll just say I'm probably not. I hate musicals personally, so I'm probably not interested in that. Packers up 7-3 over the Texans. I did see that. Sports Productions is back. Let's go. Y'all losing to the Titans right now. It's unfortunate. Younghoe Koo missed, but when he plays the Saints, he's amazing. Younghoe Koo's a pretty good kicker. So what you're telling me is that game should be tied right now, if it wasn't for the miss. 2nd and 7 for the Bengals. From the 44-yard line, it's going to be a short toss to Jamar Chase, who breaks out of one tackle, keeps those legs moving like a running back, picks up about 5 yards after all that. Let's go. It looked like he might have ended up losing yards, and he managed to break a few tackles and drag a few other guys with him, and that's a 5-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now. Let's go. Dude, those white, I'm not sure how I feel about those white Packers helmets. That just doesn't look right to me. Not everybody needs a white helmet, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, dances around in the backfield a little bit, throws over the middle, and cannot get it to Jamar Chase. I'm sorry, T. Higgins. So it's going to be 4th and 2. And I think you punt here. I would punt here. I would not go for it here. With you got a weapon in Ryan Rickow. It's looking like they might go for it. So I don't know about this. Like when you were at the 40, sure. At the 50, I don't know. The 45. I'm sorry. You're still on your own side of the field. I don't know about this. That's an interesting decision. This is, hopefully they're just trying to draw them off sides. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, they're in a position to go for it. And they're going to take a timeout. So, okay, I think they are going to. There's a flag on the play. What's the flag? Might be false start on the Bengals because they're not too happy about it. Delay of game. All right, yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so the Bengals were just trying to get the Browns to jump. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. That's part of I think the logic with going for it sometimes in unconventional situations is you make it so that when you try to draw people off, they don't know if you're actually going to go for it or not. See, like I didn't know if the Bengals were going to go for it, and I watch them all the damn time. So, fair enough. They were not able to get the Browns to jump on that play, though. So now they're at the 45-yard line. I see where that was coming from. Ryan Rickow is going to punt the ball away, and that is going to be caught around the fair caught around the 8-yard line. So good punt by Ryan Rickow. He's such a weapon, dude. Some texts from my dad. Got to get this win, of course. No flags, kickoff return. Yeah. I see he enjoyed that one. I was going to say we need to get off to a fast start. This is the ultimate. Yeah. And then the offense hasn't been able to keep up the fast start. They've been okay, but they haven't been getting the points, which is, we're in quarter 2 and the offense still hasn't scored. So looks like the Bengals are keying in on Chubb big time. It is working well. Yes, I think it being Nick Chubb's first game back from the big injury, that's probably part of it. I have seen him destroy the Bengals too many times. Hope this continues. Yeah, me too. I was thinking kick the field goal instead of going for it on 4th and 3. Realized it was a 55-yard field goal. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. But I also kind of see why they did it. I don't hate the decision to go for it there. Trey Hendrickson is amazing. Does he have a brother? Hey, they've been talking about Max Crosby. Deshaun Watson's going to fake the handoff, and he's got basically no pressure on him. Nick Chubb's going to, after getting the handoff faked to him, he's going to get the ball thrown to him, and he picks up a first down. That was terrible defense on that play. Didn't have to remind you about the Titans game. Yeah, sorry. Missed a 54-yarder, but made a 58-yarder on us. Yeah, those 50-plus yarders are always questionable. The Eagles also suck. They do. Somebody's hurt. Who's hurt? Is that BJ Hill is hurt? Great, wonderful. He's on a knee, so hopefully he's. Oh, it looks like he got his eye poked or something. Hopefully he ends up being okay. They're looking at his eye, and he's. I think he's otherwise fine, but he might have to go out for a little bit. Kyle, I think the only thing we like together is football. It's fine, but damn. Well, I root for the Saints, and I sometimes root for the Saints, and you sometimes root for the Bengals, so I guess we got that. Oh, you mean as far as because I don't like musicals and stuff? Yeah. Sorry. I've never been a musical guy. I've always found them grating to some extent. Looks like his eye, sure does. Hopefully he ends up fine, but it's not a big injury problem, so that's good news for the Bengals, I suppose. Tennessee-Alabama game was 7-0 at halftime, so this game could do that as well. I don't know what that means. I mean, this game could be 7-0 at halftime for sure. Deshaun Watson fakes the handoff, and he gets hit as he throws, and that obviously is not quite able to get to his target. And Deshaun Watson looks hurt now. There's a flag on the play, and I'm guessing they're going to call unnecessary roughness, which seems silly to me. Why are the Dolphins winning? I don't know. That's weird. Seahawks up 10-0 on the Falcons. Nope. Not good for the Falcons. Oh, illegal hands to the face on the offense. Okay. All right. So they did not call up roughing the passer, which I was kind of worried there would. Illegal use of hands on the Browns. So it's going to be a replay of first down. I believe that's going to be pushing back 10 yards, though. So, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Yep. So it basically negates the it reset the illegal use of hands is, and 75 was all the hell over Sheldon Rankins there. Yeah, he ripped his helmet off. You can't do that. But Deshaun Watson's fine, by the way. It looked like he was kind of hurt there for a minute, but he's up and he's fine. All right, he takes the shotgun snap, hands the ball off to Nick Chubb, who gets taken down in the backfield by Jermaine Pratt. There you go. So yeah, the illegal hands to the face basically reset the drive to where the Browns are starting from the 10 again. Except the difference is it was 1st and 20. Now it's 2nd and 20. So this is going in the Bengals defense favor right now, pretty well. Saints play the Chargers next week at 3:05. Oh, Central Time. Okay, so that's I think 4:05 Eastern Time, which is where I'm at. That's the way I think about things. So there you go. There you go. Saints Chargers next week. You going to be streaming that? I'm sure you will. Deshaun Watson takes a shotgun snap, rolls back. He's in his end zone, and he's got pressure, but he gets the ball off to Elijah Moore. Only about 3 yards on the catch. He actually goes backwards to try to avoid a tackle and doesn't quite he got it was like a 5-yard catch, and he rolls back and ends up losing a couple yards. Doesn't get tackled, but he goes out of bounds about 2 yards behind where he caught it. So that works out for the Bengals. 3rd and 17. Titans about to score. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't know how to peg the Bills, honestly. Like I can't tell. Are the Bills good? because like they look good, but they also look really vulnerable at times too. Deshaun Watson shotgun snap, and there's a flag immediately on the play, and he's going to get it to number 88 for about a 8-yard pickup. So that is going to be 4th down. But let's see what this flag is. Oh, false start on the Browns. Okay. Can we decline it? Okay, the Bengals are going to. Oh, it's illegal formation on the Browns. And the Bengals are going to decline that because obviously 4th down, way deep in Browns territory. They're going to punt it anyway. So hell yeah, baby. That was like I said earlier. That was number 88 who caught the pass, which is Jordan Atkins, who seems to be Deshaun Watson's favorite target right now. So I guess the Bengals are maybe not paying as much attention to him. Whatever they're doing right now, it's working. So Corey Bajorquez is going to come out to punt from roughly about like the 17-yard line. The punt is away, and that's going to be caught by Charlie Jones around the 21, and he's going to return it. He's got some lanes. That's another really good return there by Charlie Jones. Gets it down to about the 39, maybe almost the 40-yard line. Let's go. Let's go. Defense is getting the job done today, I tell you what. Be nice if the offense would get going, but definitely getting the job done there. All right, so there was a 58-yard punt to the 21, and then Charlie Jones returned it 23 yards to the 44. So that's actually a little bit better of a return than I thought it was. So the Bengals offense is going to be set up in good position here. Take advantage. Get some points, please. I know the Browns have a really good defense, but like, man, we really got to take advantage of these opportunities they're giving us. 4:05, yeah. I will, but I might have to cut it early due to time. That's fair. Let's see. I don't know what the Bengals' schedule is next week. Let's see. I know we play the Eagles. We play them at 1 p.m. So our games will probably overlap a little bit. So basically, when the Bengals Eagles game is over, I'll probably pop by and say hi or something in your stream. Is Amari Cooper playing? He got traded to the Bills. Amari Cooper is not with the Browns anymore, Mikey. Eagles up 7-0 on the Giants. Yeah, because the Giants are even worse than the Eagles. Giants are terrible right now. And I kind of hate to say that because like I want to be excited about beating them, but right now the Giants might have the worst roster in the NFL because of all the injuries, right? And I don't think they're overall the worst team by any means, but right now, as it stands right now, because of all the injuries and the roster situation, the Giants are probably the most beatable team in the NFL right now. So it's cool that the Eagles are beating them, but I don't think it means anything. What it meant to us is we got our second win of the year, but we've only beat bad teams so far this year. Like we've had 4 losses this year. 3 of which were to good teams. We lost the Patriots, Chiefs, Commanders, and Ravens. And the Ravens, Commanders, Chiefs are all good teams. Patriots are not, but that was also week 1, so we'll see. But hopefully you're just getting a lot of the losing to good teams out of the way early, and you can build up some momentum and do better at the end of the season, right? That was a 100-yard touchdown by Charlie Jones, by the way. The kickoff return. Yeah, he took it the whole length of the field. Joe Burrow takes the shotgun snap, hands the ball off to, I think, Zach Moss, who doesn't really have a hole, falls forward. Oh, no, it's Chase Brown. But either way, falls forward, picks up like a yard or 2. Could have been nothing, so I guess you take that over what could have been. Yeah, the Browns have definitely been playing good coverage, and Joe Burrow hasn't had a lot of places to go with the ball, which has been part of the issue today. Touchdown, Titans. That's rough, dude. Okay, Joe Burrow is going to fake the handoff to Chase Brown there. He throws it. Can't quite get it to T. Higgins. And it's going to be 3rd and 8. So, come on. Can we do something, please? This is a weird game so far. Offense is just not getting anything. They're doing okay. They're moving the ball from time to time, but they're also like in the critical parts of the field, they're not moving the ball. Is he playing for the Bills? Oh, no, I don't know. I would assume not. I thought you said Browns though, didn't you? Oh, you just said is he playing? Okay, yeah, for the Bills. Doesn't. Oh no, he is playing. Yeah, okay, I guess he is playing. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, throws it up high for Andre Yoshivas, who gets up and almost catches it, but can't quite keep it, bring it all the way down. I think Denzel Ward knocked it out. And so it's going to be 4th and 8. The Bengals are going to have to fucking punt. God damn it. Again, defense is playing well, so I guess I'll take it, but that was almost an amazing catch by Andre Yoshivas, but very difficult to make with Denzel Ward on top of him like that. And yeah, Denzel Ward manages to punch that ball out. So no dice. No dice. All right. 4th and 8. And it's going to be a punt. Recal comes out. And it is Recal, by the way. I looked it up. Punt is away to the 10, where it's going to be fair caught. So at least Recal's still good. Yeah, Amari Cooper is playing. Looks like he hasn't done anything yet, but he is playing. I thought he wouldn't play just because he just recently got traded, but I guess he is playing. So Texans up 7-0 or 10-7 on the Packers. So I'm sure Tom Rossi's not happy about that. We're losing 10-0 to the Titans. The Titans. That's terrible. That sucks. While I fancy this Bengals D today, the offense, no points, lacking faith in these fellas. Well, the Browns have a really good defense that historically does really well against the Bengals. Denzel Ward has been a nightmare for the Bengals historically. I'll take the fact that Joe Burrow hasn't been sacked a bunch, but there's been a lot of Joe Burrow's had to throw the ball away because nobody's getting open. So that's the biggest problem we have right now is the receivers can't really get open. And Jamar Chase has had a couple good plays. Chase Brown's running the ball pretty well, but there's also some, less than great plays. But yeah, just the Browns secondary is incredible. And it kind of reminds me of the Patriots game. The one thing the Patriots have going for them is their secondary. And yeah. Titans up 10-0 over the Bills. Yes, they are. How you feel about Devontae being back with Rodgers? Well, as you recall, I didn't even realize that was a thing until you said it on your channel. Apparently, I was 3 days late on that news, but that's really good. That'll be huge for the Jets' offense. Now, whether or not it'll make enough of a difference for the Jets to turn their season around, I don't know. But I think it could be really good for the Jets for sure. Let's see. They're playing the Steelers. So I'm assuming Devontae Adams will play tonight against the Steelers. We'll see if it makes a difference. Could rescue their season if it works. If it jumpstarts the offense enough that they, are able to win some of these close games. But yeah, it's my biggest issue with the Jets right now is the fact that I just don't know if Rodgers quite has it anymore. But we'll see if Devontae Adams makes a difference there. Vikings up 10-7 on the Lions. That's true. Touchdown, Bills. Bills got a touchdown? Yes, they did. It's 10-7 now. Happy for you, Sports Production 17. I remember the worry. Okay. Deshaun Watson under center from the 9 is actually where I guess the fair catch happened. And he's got immediate pressure on top of him. They cannot bring him down, though. Eventually, Deshaun Watson finds a man open. That was a terrible play. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, they had immediate pressure on Deshaun Watson. He should have brought him down a yard away from the end zone. At the 1 yard line, Deshaun Watson manages to shake off the pressure, and now it's a first down. Yeah, it was Miles Murphy who missed the tackle. God damn it. And Deshaun Watson's eventually able to create something on that play. That's awful. Okay, I see what happened. Nick Chubb actually did a really good job of pushing Miles Murphy away. Miles Murphy absolutely would have had him dead to rights if it hadn't been for that. So Nick Chubb's going to get the handoff, and he doesn't get anything there, maybe about 2 yards, maybe 3 yards, actually. There's a flag on the play. Titans up 10-7 on the Bills. Yep. Seahawks up 10-7 on the Falcons. Yeah, you're still losing, but hey, touchdown's how it gets started. And right now you got the ball again. So, all right, the flag illegal shift on the Browns. They're calling that a lot this year. They must have decided to emphasize that. So that's going to push the Browns back after what was a bad play anyway. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else interesting happening? Packers up 13-10 on the Texans. So that's turning into a pretty good game. Interesting. Dude, the Packers are something. The Packers are really underrated, I think, this year. Like, I don't think the Packers are a lot better than people expected them to be. Kevin Stefanski looks pissed. Yeah, as he should be. That was bad. All right, Deshaun Watson from the shotgun formation takes a snap. He's got some pressure in his face, and there you go. He gets taken down by Sheldon Rankins. On 1st and 15, he loses about 5 more yards. So now it's going to be about 2nd and 20. So I was criticizing the Bengals defensive line for not getting a lot of pressure earlier. They've turned the pressure on. So they are getting the pressure now. Would have been nice if Myles Murphy could have completed that sack earlier. But to be fair, I criticized him for it. Then I looked at the replay. Nick Chubb just made a really good block. And I think that's the main reason why Deshaun Watson was able to get out of it. Myles Murphy would have had him dead to rights if it hadn't been for that block. All right, so now they're back to the 12-yard line now. It's 2nd and 22. All right, shotgun snap for Deshaun Watson. He's going to throw over the middle, and that's David Njoku who catches it for about a 7-ish yard pickup. So it's going to be 3rd and 15, I think, if I'm right about my math here. Let's see. 3rd and 16. Okay, so I was close. I think I was right on my math. I was just, I think, slightly wrong on the spot. But I usually am off by about a yard or two because the refs are just mean to me. They like to make me look bad. All right, 3rd and 16. Deshaun Watson. Shotgun formation. He's got Nick Chubb to his left. Takes a snap, rolls back. Looking around, got all day to throw. He throws it short to Elijah Moore, so I guess it must have been good coverage on the play. He picks about 8 yards. But obviously, that's not going to be nearly enough. So the Browns are going to have to punt. It's going to be 4th and 11. All right, come on, Bengals offense. Packers up 14-10 on the Texans. I saw that. I saw they got back on top. So that's good for them. Not a whole lot else really going on. Eagles up 7-0 over the Giants. Dolphins up 7-0 over the Colts. All right, so Bajorquez's punt is away. It's going to be another game with a lot of punting, it looks like. Not great. Charlie Jones catches it like, I don't know why he didn't just let that go out of bounds. What was the point of that? But I guess it doesn't matter because Charlie Jones catches it and then falls out of bounds. So about the 29, roughly, yard line. So not the best punt in the world by Corey Bajorquez. The Bengals D with another stop is great, but now it's time for the offense to do something. It sure the hell is. Browns will have a chance to double dip later. I don't think that I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth, but I'm not too worried about the Browns double dipping because their offense is playing about as terrible as I expected them to play. The Browns offense has been bad all year and is continuing to be bad today. So Spencer Rattler got banged up. I saw that. That's another thing where they're like my fantasy team's taking a different fantasy team, but a fantasy team of mine is taking a hit because of him. Let's see. I think I'm actually projected to lose that league or that game. Yeah, he got 3.28 fantasy points, and now he's not doing great. I also got Andre Yoshivas in that league, and he's not having a great game. T. Higgins is another guy I have in that league, and he's not having a great game. At least he has points, though. I did start Javonte Williams, which I thought was going to be a real nice boost for me, but I guess not. Well, that's also the team where I had Chris Olave starting, so I'm just screwed when it comes to that team. But my bench also hasn't really done anything either, to be fair. I got Nick Chubb on my bench. He's only scored 2 points so far, but that would have been better than Chris Olave, who's got 0. I don't think it would have made a difference, though. That team is 1-5, though. They've got like a 20% chance to win the game at this point. They're projected to score 93 fantasy points. The other team is projected to score 119. So Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of faith in that team, but they're 1-5 anyway. That fantasy team is pretty much dead in the water. My other Yahoo fantasy team though is currently projected to score 133.85, and that's with Rashid Shaheed on the team. So I mean, I'm having a good game from Jalen Hurts right now. DK Metcalf is doing pretty good so far. David Montgomery's doing a little better than I expected him to do. So yeah, that one's going pretty good. My team's only 3-3 in that league, but got an 87% chance to win that game. So I think I'm flying pretty good on that one. What's my record in fantasy? Well, I got 4 teams. So one of them is 1-5. The other one's 3-3 in my Yahoo leagues, and I got an NFL league and I got a ESPN league. So Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. He throws over the middle, gets hit as he throws, and nearly tipped by the Browns, but it does eventually get to Jamar Chase, who brings it down for a first down. That's good right there. There's a flag on the play, too. What's the flag? Orlando Brown Jr. looks a little shaken up, too. That's not great. Illegal hands to the face on the Browns. Okay, and that penalty's declined. Of course it is. I don't know why we'd take that. Yeah, my ESPN team is 5-1 right now, which is I think is great because I actually missed the draft in that league. I totally forgot to go. So the fact that they're doing so well is great. It's a close matchup in that one. I'm actually projected to lose. I got CJ Stroud starting, who's not really helping me out too much right now. Alvin Kamara had a good game. Evan Ingram had a good game. All right, so it's going to be a handoff to, I believe, Zach Moss. He's going to pick up about 3-4 yards. So that's fine. That's an acceptable run, I suppose. Tyler Bass is playing in that league. Tank Dell, who hasn't done a damn thing. I left Jackson Smith and Jigba on the bench, who got 4.2 points, so not really a whole lot going on there either. All right, Joe Burrow in the empty formation. Takes a shotgun snap, rolls back, steps up, and he just immediately gets sacked. Fuck. That's awful. That was an awful play right there. He had no chance. The Browns just absolutely demolished the Bengals offensive line on that play. What the hell are you doing? Mine's 3-3. Yeah. I got this 5-1 team's probably about to be 5-2. I'll tell you that. And then in my NFL league, that app always takes forever to load. Any app associated directly with the NFL is terrible. I've noticed that. That team is projected to lose. That it's currently 2-4, so I'm not doing great in that league either. But that was projected to be close at the least. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap, and once again, he just can't find anywhere to go with it, and the Browns demolish him for another big sack. Oh my God. Now it's gonna be 4th down. It's gonna be 4th down like 30 something, probably. Good God. My only solace is we know the Browns have a good defense. That's my only solace here, really. So the Browns are going to get the ball back with a little over 5 minutes left to go. Defense has been playing well, though, so that's nice. You should have known we pissed off the devil. He's taking our players' health. Ryan Ricow punts the ball away, and that's a deep punt to about the 16-yard line. It gets returned about 4 yards. So the Browns going to start about the 23-ish, I want to say. 22. Yeah, you're going to start at the 22-yard line. Okay. All right. So the Browns are coming out for what is likely their final drive of the half. At least I would hope so. Bengals don't have another 3 and out. But Nick Chubb takes the handoff, and the Bengals managed to stop that hole from forming, but they're not really able to bring him down fast enough, so he picks about 5 yards on the play. Lions 14-10 over the Vikings. That's going to be. I know that's going to be an interesting game to see what happens. because it's my theory is that they're just not going to be as competitive. They're not going to be able to win the big games without Hutchinson, but we'll see. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. All right. Deshaun Watson's in the shotgun formation with Nick Chubb to his right, and he's going to hand the ball off to Chubb, who's got a hole. Man. And I'm not sure if he got the first down on that one, but it's going to be 3rd and inches if not. I think he did get it, though. LSU is number 7. It's cool, Mikey. I don't think my team's ranked. So what are the rankings? I don't really keep up with this shit much, but yeah, I don't think Kentucky's ranked. All right, they actually did say it was short, but Deshaun Watson's going to do a tush push, and he actually ends up getting his stomach pushed instead. He turns around, but I think he got the first down. Sure, you beat the Browns, but will you make the playoffs now? Well, if they beat the Browns, they're 3-4. Now, first of all, we haven't beat the Browns yet. It's still the first half, but if we beat the Browns, then we're 3-4. Yeah, we could totally make the playoffs. I don't know. We don't have a hard schedule. That helps. Like our schedule is pretty soft, so I think we totally could still. Like there's no question. But the offense has not been playing well the last 2 weeks. They got to get better. Battle of the shit teams this year. Not to be rude. The Bengals aren't a shit team though. That's the thing. Like the Bengals are a embattled team that has issues, but they're not shit. Like, I mean, they haven't really had a terrible, like the only terrible game they've had this year, I would argue, the defense has had some terrible games by themselves, but the only overall terrible game that this team's had so far this year, I would argue, is the Patriots game in week 1. Other than that, the Bengals have been all right. Their record's a 2-4 is a little misleading, I think, but they still got to get the job done. Saints defense sucks. Way to go, Broncos. Bama is number 15. That's weird. According to this, they're number 7, though. Georgia's number 2. I got Oregon number 2. I must be looking at the wrong list. All right, Deshaun Watson takes the under center snap. He throws it over the middle. Man. David Njoku just open and gets the first down. Nobody's covering him. I mean, people are covering him, and it's just way too soft coverage. Oh, boy. Yeah, according to ESPN, okay, this is updated. I see. You got Oregon number 1, Georgia number 2, Penn State 3, Ohio State 4. Let's see. LSU 7, Indiana 13. Ew. Ugh. I don't like Indiana. Deshaun Watson's in the shotgun formation with Nick Chubb to his left. He takes the shotgun snap. He rolls back, and he's got Trey Hendrickson on him who can't bring him down. And he's going to have to throw it short to Elijah Moore, who picks up about 7 yards. God damn it. They're having a lot of trouble actually bringing down Deshaun Watson today. And that's causing problems because he's able to get his head around and make plays happen. Last week's list. Okay, it was what I saw on Google. You guys better get Nick Chubb injured. And we're not going to do that, King Bozo. We don't root for injuries. I wouldn't root for a Steelers player to get injured. So I'm not gonna agree with you on that one. It just updated. Yeah. I see it on ESPN here. The only good thing about Deshaun being on the field is that way he isn't out doing bad things to women. Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. Deshaun Watson over them. Oh my God! Somebody cover somebody! Ah! That's like a 20-yard pickup for the Browns right there because they're just not covering anybody right now. Defense has been so good all day and they're just collapsing right now. God damn it. They're probably well in field goal range at this point. Terrible. Absolutely awful. God damn it. Yeah, it was a 21-yard catch by Atkins there. So the Browns are going to have the ball at the 25-yard line now. Seriously annoyed? Yeah, I'm annoyed too, Kevin. I'm annoyed right now very much. It was only a matter of time till the defense started doing bad. Yeah. I know. The offense has got to get something going, man. This is rough. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. A&M. Alabama's 15. Ole Miss, interestingly enough, is 18. Pittsburgh 20. Ew. Illinois, this is my dad's alma mater. For graduate school anyway. He went to Moorhead for his undergrad and went to Illinois for his graduate degree. So cool to see Illinois up there. SMU, Army, and Navy are both ranked, and then Vanderbilt 25. Okay. So no Kentucky. Very sad. Others receiving votes include UNLV, Syracuse, Washington State, Duke, Liberty, Memphis, Tulane, Wisconsin, Cincinnati. Hey, that's the school I currently go to, UC. All right, so I guess UC's doing better than I thought they were. Okay, Nebraska, Arizona State, Michigan dropped out of the rankings, and Nebraska dropped out of the rankings. So interesting. Nick Chubb has already got injured 3 times in the NFL and 1 time in college football. Yeah, he's got that was the biggest. That's why he didn't get drafted in like the first round, is because of injury concerns. Vandy is ranked. Yeah, well, it's because they beat Alabama, didn't they? Or Tennessee? They beat Sana again. Not really a college football guy. I don't remember. I know they had a big win. Are you going to stream the Super Bowl rematch? What? Oh, who's that? Oh, Chiefs 49ers, right? No, I'm not. Deshaun Watson, shotgun snap. He hands the ball off to number 20 there, picks up about 5 yards. Dude, the Bengals defense is pissing me off right now. Pierre Strong Jr., third-year running back out of South Dakota State. He's a guy who's been just kind of like existing on the Browns for a while now. But no, I'm not going to stream the 425 game. In general, I only stream Bengals games unless I think it's a big enough deal. I don't think Chiefs 49ers is that big of a deal, honestly, right now. Especially not to the Bengals. Deshaun Watson falls. Just trips. Oh my God. Deshaun Watson, I think, might have actually busted a tendon or something. He's like clawing. There's a non-contact injury, and he's holding his ankle right now. He looks rough, dude. That's not Deshaun Watson, completely non-contact. Nothing happened, and he just he takes the snap, starts rolling back, and looks like something snapped in his left leg, and he just completely started stumbling and couldn't stay up, and he's down. And if that's as bad as it looks, this could be the end of Deshaun Watson as a Cleveland Brown. That sucks, honestly. Look, I know Deshaun Watson has a very poor reputation because of a lot of allegations and stuff like that. So a lot of people are probably going to cheer something like that happening. I'm not going to make too many statements about it, but what I will say, I'm not going to make any good or bad statements. I'll just say that sucks for Deshaun Watson, and you can feel however you feel about that. But that sucks for Deshaun Watson, and that kind of sucks for the Browns, although maybe their season's already over anyway. I don't know. According to Thomas, the season's over. They beat Bama. Dang, those messages didn't work. Oh, those massages didn't work. Yeah, his something snapped in his left leg. It's just he's done right now. I think I don't nobody was around him. He didn't get touched, and he just completely fell to the ground. Couldn't even unless it's a cramp or something. This might be, if it's as bad as it looks, this could be the last time that we see Deshaun Watson as the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. If it's not as bad as it looks, he'll probably come back. But if it is as bad as it looks, this could be it for him. He might be done as a Cleveland Brown. And frankly, he might be done as a starter. Unless he spot starts somewhere at some point. But that we could be witnessing the end of the Deshaun Watson era as we speak right now, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but he wasn't contacted and he went down completely unable to move. He tried to stay up and couldn't. So I can't imagine there's anything positive that you can take out of that, really. That's as bad as it looks. What a nightmare. Yeah. It looks I don't know what's going on, but it looks bad. I think I'll try to keep up with that on Twitter, see what's going on. Like non-contact injuries are happening more and more. Yeah, it seems non-contact injuries are happening more and more. It does. It does. I don't know quite what's going on. That's Deshaun Watson's being carted off the field right now. And he is just absolutely devastated right now. Oh man, what a way. Oh, he's hurting too. You can tell he's hurting. Oh man. Well, they got DTR in there now. All right. 3rd and 7 now after the busted play. And this is an opportunity. Hey, from a football standpoint, this is an opportunity for the Bengals to get off the field. So DTR takes the shotgun snap. He rolls back. He throws up, and that is knocked away by DJ Turner. And no flags. Oh, there's a flag. I think they're going to call pass interference on DJ Turner there. Yeah, there was a lot of contact there. I didn't see the flag, but the one did pop up on. Yeah, they're saying pass interference on DJ Turner. Damn it! Bengals shooting themselves in the foot again. Jesus Christ, y'all. It always feels like the shoe is about to drop with the Bengals. Yeah, and he's all over him too. There's no argument. That's pass interference all day. Man, DJ Turner, he overall had a good game against the Giants, but he's hard to take seriously at this point. Nick Chubb takes the handoff and gets in the end zone. Fuck. It hurts to watch. Yeah. Relentless. There is a flag on the play, so DTR is reacting poorly, so I think they're going to say that it was like holding or something on the Browns here, so maybe the Bengals defense gets bailed out a little bit. I don't know. I'm hoping there's like holding or something on this play. And offsides on the offense. I didn't know you could have offsides on the offense. What the hell? Must have lined up offsides. That must be what that is. All right. Well, hey, it's on the Browns. That works out for the Bengals, I suppose. All right. Yeah. David Njoku, I think, is lined up a little offsides. They're saying that's Wyatt Teller, though. He looked like he was lined up behind the line of scrimmage to me. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be 1st and goal, but it's essentially 1st and 6. So it's going to be a handoff to Nick Chubb, and he picks up almost all those yards right over again. Like, are you fucking kidding me, guys? You've been handling Nick Chubb all day, and in one of the most crucial situations, you can't get a damn thing done. It's going to be 2nd and 1 now. We're right back to where we were after the pass interference. God damn it. Nick Chubb's, he's probably about to get a touchdown. They called the touchdown back, but he's probably about to get another one here. So don't worry. Sports Productions, you'll probably still get that touchdown from Nick Chubb. Unless the Browns are stupid enough to call a pass and DTR throws an interception. I'm just saying, wouldn't that be crazy if that happened? Huh? Wouldn't that be wild if DTR they're like, hey, DTR, go out there, throw the ball, and he threw a pick? Man, I can't imagine. Wow, that'd be so crazy if that happened. Oh boy, that'd be cool though. Probably not going to happen, though. DTR is under center, and he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw, and I almost called it. Myles Murphy knocks the ball away, but, oh, man, he was pretty close to intercepting that ball. Or at least it looked like it on the broadcast. Maybe we'll see the replay, but, he maybe had a chance to intercept that. I almost called it. Oh, boy. Okay, let's see. Myles Murphy. He knocks the ball away. So, if he had been a cornerback, a guy who's more used to angling his body that way, probably could have intercepted that ball. But, oh boy. Well, I almost called the shit out of that, y'all. All right, DTR under center. He's going to hand the ball off this time. Nick Chubb is not able. Okay, Bengals stop him. That is going to be short, and the Browns are going to. I don't know what the Browns are going to do. Actually, I would have if I was the Browns, I'd go for it here because the Bengals can't really stop Nick Chubb in his tracks. I don't think they've done it yet today. They always at least give up like an extra yard or two. So if I'm the Browns, I'm going for it here easily. Bengals take a timeout, so they're thinking they might get the ball back. Well, they will get the ball back almost certainly. The worst thing that can happen to the Bengals offense right now is that the Browns go for it and then the Bengals defense stuffs them, because then you'll have the ball like the half-yard line. And then you're basically like you've got basically no chance to go get points at that point. All right, 4th and goal. Looks like the Browns offense is staying out there. I think that's the right decision. That's definitely the right decision. The Bengals already gave you a failed 4th down conversion, so you might as well take it here. Plus, with as much problems as your offense is having, take the opportunity while you have it. It's going to be a pitch to Nick Chubb, and yeah, he's going to get it. Damn it! Damn it, defense! God, what a fucking joke! What a fucking joke! But you know what? It wouldn't be a problem if the offense would actually get something done. So, yeah, you really got. You can't get too mad at the defense because they've been fine today. But well, so hey, that's why the Bengals took a timeout, because now there's going to be about 50, somewhere between 53 and 56 seconds left, and maybe you can at least go down and get a field goal and maintain that halftime lead. Yep, you got your Nick Chubb touchdown, Sports Productions. And did he miss the extra point? He missed the extra point! Holy shit! Let's go! He pushed it to the left again. Let's go! All right, Bengals somehow the defense keeps getting bailed out by the Browns just sucking. All right, man. So the Bengals are going to maintain the lead now. Almost certainly going to maintain the lead going into the half. And they got a chance. They got about 55-ish seconds right now. We've already seen Charlie Jones has had a good day returning today. So I mean, hey, they could go get points. They could go get points. I'll take a field goal. If we can get in the end zone, that'd be big. But hey, we get something done here. Tell you that. And even if we don't, we can probably run the rest of the clock out, or at least most of it. Can't imagine the Browns are going to be trying to go on a long drive with DTR. They might take the chance just in case, but they'll probably be conservative with it. They might try like a play or two, and then they'll probably just kneel on it. Bengals have 1 timeout left. Browns only have 1 timeout left, actually. So the Bengals probably could basically run the rest of this clock out if they want to. With 1 timeout, unless the Bengals have a fantastic kick return, I expect Zach to have the anemic Bengals kneel or hand off twice. I don't think so. I mean, I think they'll probably try a pass or two, at least. Yeah, it's going to be a touchback, so you're not getting that. I think Joe Burrow is going to try to throw the ball here, though. I think we're going to see Joe Burrow try to push the ball down the field. Now, if he throws an incompletion on 1st down, at that point you might see a run. That might be the way that they do it. They're going to try for it on 1st down, and then if it doesn't work, they'll try to see if the Browns will let them run the clock out, which I imagine they probably would, but we'll see. Bills are losing at halftime 10-7. That's crazy. To the Titans, dude. That sucks. All right, 56 seconds left in the half. Joe Burrow from the 30. Then shotgun formation. He's got, I think, Zach Moss to his right. Takes the snap, rolls back, throws, and that's nothing right there. All right, so yeah, that's there's a flag on the play. What's the flag? Come on, let's get something on the Browns here. Let's get something on the Browns here. Come on. Please, let's not get holding on the Bengals or something. If it's holding on the Bengals, then let's just give up on the drive now. Just go into halftime with a 1-point lead. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to be a difference. That's going to make a difference. Okay. All right. So that's what? That's a 15-yard penalty, I think. Yeah, JOK comes in late and kind of hits Joe Burrow low, and I think that's what they're going to call right there. Kind of a soft call, but they're going to call it every time. So now the Bengals have the ball at the 45-yard line, and they're not too far off from field goal range. Now I think it's time to get aggressive. Time to get aggressive here. Got one timeout left too. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. He does not have a lot of time to throw, but he does throw, and it's way too far for Jamar Chase. There's another flag, and I think they're going to get the Browns for holding, defensive holding. And so that. If I'm right, that'll put the Bengals in field goal range. Just right there, just the Browns shooting themselves in the foot. Oh, there's no foul. Okay, never mind. They were saying, okay, so they were saying there was pass interference is what they were going to call. And then they're saying it was too far. It was uncatchable. That's fair. Zach Taylor's mad, but I see. I was saying holding. You know, I was saying holding because it was too far. That was not catchable by Jamar Chase. So Zach Taylor's mad, but you could maybe argue for holding, but even then it was just like it was a little grab. So yeah, no, I agree with the no call there. That's fair. Orlando Brown is out with a right knee and he's questionable return. Interesting. So who's playing at left tackle right now? Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap, throws short to Mike Gesicki, who just gets tackled in the middle of the field. And it's third down. I believe the Browns are taking a timeout. Is that right? 3rd and 8. Somebody took a timeout. The Bengals took a timeout. Okay, so they're still confident they're going to get something done here. My guess is they're thinking that they can try something here and the Browns probably won't stop the clock. Yeah, suddenly now the idea of Evan McPherson getting a field goal is probably, I mean, it's gonna take like probably a big play and then you get out of bounds. Although I don't know, you got like 41 seconds left, so if you get a big play on this play, you could still go and spike it. Like you'll be all right. Yeah, actually, I say whole field's open. If you throw in the middle of the field, that's fine. You have to get the first down here though. Otherwise, you're punting. All right, Joe Burrow shotgun snap, looks around. He's going to throw it, and he's got Jamar. Oh, he's got T. Higgins, and it looks like he caught it. The Browns are saying he didn't catch it, and it looks like the refs are saying he didn't catch it. So I want to see that replay. Look, I thought he caught it, but maybe maybe not quite. I don't know. The broadcast is saying 4th and 8, though. Let's see the replay. That was kind of a rough throw by Joe Burrow, too. Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, so he didn't catch it at all. And then he managed to he grabbed the ball after it already hit the ground. So okay, I did not see what happened quite. 36-35. Why are they punting? Like right now, why are they punting? Why are they not trying to like run the clock out? What are you doing? What the hell? Dude, the clock was running. The clock was running. And they're like they don't let the clock run down. What the hell are you doing? I'm so confused. Unless I saw that wrong. Like I have to have seen that wrong. There's no way you're gonna punt if the clock's the clock. There's no way the clock was moving. Right? It was an incomplete pass. It must the broadcast must have either had it wrong or I saw it wrong. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. I was getting upset about what I can't imagine was anything there. Browns are going to kneel on it anyway. All right. Then we're going to go to the half. Bengals are up 7-6, which is insane to think about. But the Browns defense has done a really good job of keeping the Bengals offense from getting anything really going. Early on, the Bengals offense was having some success, but they couldn't get the ball in the end zone. In key situations, Joe Burrow was getting sacked. So, it's like, the offense has had a little bit of life, but just not quite enough. Mikey's back. Falcons suck. What's going on? Are they still losing to the Seahawks? Let's see. So the Seahawks are up 17-7. Yeah, the Falcons. I don't think the Falcons suck, but they're definitely not playing well today. Titans up 10-7 on the Bills. That's rough. Texans back up on the Packers 19-14. Dolphins up on the Colts 10-3. Lions are starting to take away that game. It's 21-10 right now at halftime, and then 14-3 Eagles up on the Giants. So let me go ahead and update this. The Bengals and Browns are now at halftime. If I can actually find my fucking thing. There we go. All right. Well, we're at the half. What do I think of this so far? I think the Bengals offense it's turning out similarly to how I was expecting it would go. Maybe there's been a little bit less scoring than even I thought was gonna. I thought it was gonna be low scoring. It's been I think, a little bit lower scoring than I anticipated. Now the Bengals very well could come out and score 17 points in the second half, and I could be spot on, right? The Browns would have to score 12 points, I think, to get to where I'm expecting them to get to. So the Bengals defense has done about what I expected the Bengals defense to do. They've done pretty well against the Browns, but they shoot themselves in the foot at these weird times. And so they're never going to shut. I don't think the Bengals are ever going to shut anybody out with the defense they have. You could be playing, like fucking North Dakota State, and I don't think the Bengals would shut them out, But I also don't think that's Lou Anarumo's strategy. I think Lou Anarumo's strategy is don't focus so much on stopping every single play. Just overall make sure to try to keep the big plays to a minimum and try to force, turnovers and stuff. And then, at that point, you're giving the offense the opportunity to go win the game. They haven't been super successful with that this year, but when they're doing well, that's what their strategy is. They're not expecting to stop every play. I wish they'd try a little harder to do that, but it's frustrating watching opposing offenses like the Browns march the ball down the field, but whatever. Second half adjustments. The Bengals in general have been a good second half adjustments team, although not so much this year. So hopefully they can get back to it. The Browns D had to go and do something stupid twice. I hope Cincy takes full advantage of it. Spoiler alert, they didn't. The pass interference got waved off, which is fair. It wasn't pass interference. I was thinking it could have been a holding, but I personally, if I'm the ref, I'm not throwing the flag on that. But when they did throw the flag, I was thinking they call it holding because that was a totally uncatchable ball. So, have I just been transported through a flux capacitor to 10:15, 11:32 a.m.? Like October 15th? It was like 5 days ago? What? I'm so confused. What? Time for Sam Darnold to come back down to earth. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't imagine he's going to keep playing at that level forever. According to my buddy Josh, you could actually see the tendon snap in Deshaun Watson's leg. So if that's true, he's done. He's probably done in Cleveland, period. He might be done. I don't know if he's done as a starter. He's generally stayed out of trouble for the most part, outside, since the allegations. So I would imagine another NFL team will probably give him an opportunity to win a starting job. He's definitely not going anywhere and being the guaranteed starter after this, right? But he's probably, at this point, he's probably done in Cleveland, done in Cleveland. Jameis should be starting. He probably should, Mikey. The fact that they got DTR in there instead of Jameis, I think, is a poor decision. And you might see, if the Browns are tanking, you'll probably see DTR the rest of the season. If the Browns feel like they have a chance, then I would imagine they'll have Jameis Winston in there because Jameis Winston almost certainly gives them a better chance to win. Why they have him out today, he must be injured or something, he's got to be injured. Or nicked up or not ready to play or something. Or maybe they just really believe in DTR for some reason. I can't imagine why. Okay, so according to the comments on Brent Martineau's tweet asking why Jameis Winston isn't active, nobody replied. Okay. Never mind. I was hoping I'd get some insight there. Let's see if we can hear anything about Deshaun Watson. I'm hearing a lot of reports that his tendon visibly snapped. So I see a lot of people celebrating. I don't know. I don't like celebrating people getting injured. It's a little more complicated when it comes to Deshaun Watson, but we also, like he had a bunch of allegations. He also got acquitted of all of them. So I don't know. I'll kind of stay out of this one. I'm not gonna say one thing or the other as far as rooting for that guy to get injured. I'm not gonna do it myself, but I'm also not. I don't think I'm gonna condemn people for it because they genuinely believe he's a like it's like what was it like King Bozo earlier? You were saying you wanted Nick Chubb to get hurt. I don't agree with that, and I'm not trying to call you out. I'm using you as an example right now, but I don't agree with that because Nick Chubb's a good guy. You don't want to see guys get hurt. I know from a Steelers perspective, maybe you don't want Nick Chubb playing because that is an advantage for you. But football is not worth people losing their careers over. I don't agree with that. The only thing with Deshaun Watson is people genuinely believe he's an awful person. I'm going to stay out of whether I believe that that's true or not. I see that you're still here. I'm not trying to call you out. You can say whatever you want. I'm not. I was. Oh God, yeah. I just saw the snap. That absolutely like his calf vibrated. That's how. Yeah, he's done. He's out. It's his Achilles just shattered. He's done for the season. He's probably done in Cleveland. It's over. But yeah, so people are celebrating Deshaun Watson getting hurt, and I'm gonna stay out of assessing judgment on that one because I'm not gonna celebrate it myself because I'm not ready to quite. I wasn't on the jury. I didn't see all the evidence, So, but I'm going to refrain from saying whether it's okay or not that people are rooting for him to get injured. I'm not going to do it myself. But yeah, no, I'm seeing. Oh my God, you can see that snap. It's like a rubber band, like broke and like hit the inside of his calf. It's over for him. It's over for Deshaun Watson. I mean, it might be honestly, depending on the way this goes, it could be over for his career. We might not see him again. I mean, that would be a long shot, I think, because he is very talented. I think some other team's going to give him an opportunity to win a starting job. But I think his days as, the bona fide guaranteed starter is over. But just because of all the allegations and the fact that he hasn't played well in Cleveland, I don't think he's going to get another guaranteed starting job anywhere. Unless it's like one of those things where it's like some team drafts a high quarterback pick and they bring in Deshaun Watson to be like their temporary solution until the guy's ready. But Deshaun Watson, I think, is now done as a guy who you really take seriously as like a top quarterback in the NFL. That's over now. I'm almost certain that's officially over. Jameis would kick our ass in week 11. I don't know about that. Maybe. Aaron Rodgers type shit. Yeah, it was kind of gross, honestly, watching that happen. Even if Watson is a terrible person, I was taught to forgive. That's another perspective you could take, Mikey. Again, I'm staying out of making moral judgments, because at the end of the day, he was exonerated. Whether you believe that was accurate or not, I mean, there's a lot of allegations. I could tell you personally that it seems odd to me that he didn't do anything and had all those allegations. But you hear Thomas talk, and Thomas is like, this is clearly extortion. This guy got a whiff of, potentially making some money as a lawyer and decided to really hammer the case home and try to ruin his reputation. I could see that happening. So I don't know for sure what's going on, and for that reason, I'm going to withhold judgment. If he gets convicted, we can have that discussion. But if he gets convicted, he's not playing anymore. But considering I don't really know what happened, I'm going to withhold saying that it's a good thing that he got injured. I don't want to say that, but I'm also like, I know a lot of people believe that he's guilty. And if you believe he's guilty, I'm not going to say that you're a bad person for being happy that he got injured, rooting for his downfall because you believe he's a terrible person. I get it, I'm not going to do that, but I'm also, you do you on that one, honestly. I agree, but I'm forgiving. Yeah. I don't know. If he did do it, I don't know if I forgive him. I could forgive him if he expressed remorse. If he showed that he understands the gravity of what he did and works to show. It's like with Michael Vick. He eventually said he understands that what he did was wrong, and he like worked to like give back to animal shelters and stuff like that. And he tried to undo what he did, and so I forgave Michael Vick, and I wish other people had too, because people can change. I understand animal rights and stuff like that, but people can change, and I think Michael Vick did change. I haven't seen any evidence that Deshaun Watson, if guilty, has changed at all. If innocent, I can totally see why he's acting the way he's acting, because it's kind of bullshit. But if he's not innocent, then the way he's acted since has been continue to be reprehensible. So I don't blame people at all for, if they're assuming that he's guilty, I don't blame people at all for rooting for that. I get that he's our division rival, but when our team gets injured, it's sad for us. So I got to feel bad for Watson. Yeah. Again, it's the how you feel about Deshaun Watson thing that I think comes into play. I don't know if from a football perspective, if Browns fans are all that sad. Because I don't think anybody in Cleveland believes in Deshaun Watson anymore. I think a lot of them, Thomas included, who at one time was one of the most optimistic Browns fans I know, has been calling for the Browns to tank at this point. So for that reason, I don't think Browns fans are too upset to see Deshaun Watson go down from a football perspective. So Mikey says God forgives everyone. That's fair, Mikey. God forgives everyone. I don't necessarily have to. I understand. I was raised on Judeo-Christian principles myself, so I understand the mentality, but I don't have to forgive them. I understand that that's what the religion says you're supposed to do. I don't personally care. I'm not a member of that religion, so I'm not gonna. I am withholding judgment, so I can't really forgive somebody who I haven't judged yet anyway. I'm withholding judgment because as weird as his situation looks, he has been exonerated. So the justice system did what the justice system did. So I just don't know. I don't know. I think he settled a lot of those cases too. So, but without a conviction, you just don't know. I wasn't there. That's all I know. All I know is I wasn't there, and he hasn't been convicted for anything. So Seahawks up 17-13 on the Falcons, 17-14. Falcons must have scored then, because the Falcons were down by more, I thought. Yeah, the Falcons must have scored a touchdown, right? All right, so the Browns are going to get the ball first. Evan McPherson's coming out. He's going to kick the ball, and that is going to be sort of muffed. And it's going to be returned from the 1, but the Bengals defense is all over him. Let's go. So he's going to get tackled at like the 8-yard line. That's awesome. Gotta love it. All right, let me go ahead and update the quarter then, because we're in quarter 3 now. Let's go, baby. Man, the Browns, I said this last week, we're playing the Giants. Thank God we played the Giants. Well, right now, thank God we're playing the Browns, because the way the Bengals are playing, they're playing a better team. I don't know if we'd be winning. But we are winning. So hopefully the offense can come back and look better in the second half. hopefully the defense can continue what they did throughout most of the first half. Maybe not the end of it, but DTR is going to come out. He's going to throw over the middle, and that is caught. And my God, Geno Stone and Logan Wilson just get pulled by David Njoku, who picks up about 9 yards when he should have only picked up like 5. And you can't let DTR do that to you, man. Come on, defense. 2nd and 1 now. Bills are up 14-10 on the Titans. Well, they should win that game. I think we all expect them to win that game, so we'll see what happens. Texans are still up 19-14 over the Packers. Dolphins up 10-3 on the Colts. Lions up 21-10 on the Vikings. Eagles up 14-3 on the Giants. DTR fakes the handoff, throws over the middle. Njoku once again. Geno Stone is absolutely awful at covering people, and it's going to be a first down. Dude, I'm about done with Geno Stone. Like, I was kind of intrigued when Geno Stone came in, but with we saw a lot of development out of Jordan Battle, and now suddenly we just replace him with a free agent. I don't like that at all. And Geno Stone hasn't been that good. And then we brought Von Bell back, which I love Von Bell, but I mean, we got to develop our guys, man. All right, DTR is going to fake the handoff once again. Rolls back, no pressure. Oh my God, he throws, knocked away. There you go. Is that DJ Turner? God damn, I cannot figure out how to feel about DJ Turner. Like, every other play, he either like sucks and looks awful, or he makes some crazy fucking play. I do not know how to feel about DJ Turner. I'll take it, but I'd like to see some consistency out of him. I'll tell you that right now. 2nd and 10. That was a great diving ball knocking away by DJ Turner on that last play. So it's 2nd and 10 from the Browns' 23-yard line. DTR takes the snap, and he's going to hand the ball. Nope, he's going to keep it. He's faked the handoff, and he keeps it, and he's just running and running and running. Oh, my God, down to like the 38-yard line. Unbelievable. How do you feel about Derek Carr, Mikey? What did I say? I probably said something about DTR, right? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Man, how do you let people just like, dude, that's the Bengals' biggest weakness on defense right now is quarterbacks who just like go off script and take off and run with it. Like, you can't get anything done on defense when it comes to that shit. All right, DTR fakes the handoff, rolls back, throws, and it's bobbled and eventually caught by David Njoku, but actually he did not come down with it at the end, and they're saying that is an incomplete pass. So he actually, it bounced off his hands, and he was wide open too, and then he almost comes down with it, but can't control and finish the process of a catch, and the ground knocks it out, but he had not secured it at that point. So yeah, it was he basically almost caught it with, like, almost knocked it down with one hand and couldn't quite secure it with both hands. And then it comes down and he gets his hands on it, but he can't secure it. And so that is going to be an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. DTR takes a snap. Once again, he just finds all the room to run. Faked the handoff, and I don't even know if he was looking to throw. He was just looking to run that whole time. There's a flag on the play, though. What's the flag? Let's get holding on the Browns. Come on. If they can shoot themselves in the foot over and over and over again, then maybe we can be okay. Illegal shift on the Browns. Okay. All right. So it is on the Browns, so that'll help. That'll wipe away the first down run. I feel that Derek Carr, you never know what you're getting. Yeah, Derek Carr is a really talented quarterback, right? But he's not. Injury update: Deshaun Watson out. Duh. I feel with Derek Carr, you never know what you're getting. Yeah, he's really talented, but he's super inconsistent. Like, Derek Carr was playing at an MVP level at one time in his career, like 2016. And you see those flashes from time to time, but yeah. 2nd and 15, DTR takes snap, rolls back, throws, and I think that might have. They're saying that's caught for about 5-ish yards. I thought it hit the ground personally, but what do I know? Ooh, man, what a rough play there for Deshaun Watson. if that, again, I don't want to make any judgments on the man because I just don't know. I will say if he did what he did, he's despicable and should rot in prison. And I think it's hilarious that he got hurt, but I don't know. So I'll just say if that happened, then it's hilarious. But I don't know that it happened, so I'll withhold judgment. DTR shotgun snap. He throws over the middle, and that is caught. And they let's see. Josh Newton stops him for a fourth down, but he lets him get like 9 yards on the play. So that's going to be a field goal attempt from the Browns, and the Browns are very likely to take the lead in this game unless they miss another kick. They've already missed a kick, and they've missed a or are they going to stay out of the field? I think they're going to stay out of the field. If that ain't a referendum on the kicker there. Browns are going to stay out of the field. That's funny. All right, come on, defense. It's a long one to go. You can stop them here. All right, it's going to be a fake handoff. Von Bell's got good pressure. There you go. And he forces the quick throw to Nick Chubb, and he can't get it off to him. Bengals turn the ball or get the ball turned over to them on the fourth down conversion, and the offense is going to get a chance to go out there. And despite some not so great play by the defense on that drive, they get it done at the end of the day, or at the end of the drive, or whatever you want to call that. Okay, well, the defense got the job done, and the Bengals maintain the lead. I keep saying that. Like, it's so freaking close, man. It is way closer than it should be, but the Bengals just keep shooting themselves in the foot on offense. But the Browns have been shooting themselves in the foot more. My dad says CBS halftime studio guys gushing over Nick Chubb. He only scored because the pass interference call getting them close. Chubb at halftime, 10 carries, 20 yards, 2.0 yards per carry. How about reporting the facts? Bengals defense is doing a good job on Chubb. They are. That is accurate. Bengals defense was doing a good job on Chubb. If the offense was doing anything at all, this game would be a blowout. Also true. Even so, the Bengals are leading at halftime. Also true. Those are all facts. The only thing I will say is I think, I don't know if the only reason Nick Chubb scored is because of the pass interference call, but it was also the correct call. Like, DJ Turner absolutely was pass interference on that play all day. But I don't know. Maybe it's the only reason. Maybe the Browns don't end up getting a touchdown if it's not for that pass interference, but I would argue with the way their offense was moving on that drive, they probably still would have gotten in the end zone. So, my dad says, can the offense do something now, please? Of course, they would have had at least a field goal, if not for horrible non-PI call. I don't remember that. That sounds like something I noticed, but I don't remember. The Vikings are pulling back close, and they have the ball too, so they're down 21-17. But they have the ball, and they're kind of moving it, so maybe the Vikings can catch back up. Seahawks up on the Falcons 17-14. Bills up on the Titans 14-10. The Titans do have the ball, though. Packers are trailing the Texans 19-14. Dolphins up on the Colts 10-3. The Giants are up on the Eagles 14-3, and the Lions are barely holding on to a lead against the Vikings 21-17. The Vikings have the ball. So that's what's going on in the rest of the NFL right now. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, hands the ball off to Chase Brown, who's got a nice hole on the outside. There you go, down to the 50, 45, probably about the 43-yard line before he gets pushed out of bounds. That's a good run right there, baby. We need to see more of that. We need to see more of that. Just more explosive offensive plays. Gotta have that. Gotta have more of that. This is an explosive Bengals team. We haven't seen it the last 2 weeks, but they are explosive. So let's see. See what they can do. Stranger, I'll get to your comment here in a second. Joe Burrow from the pistol hands the ball off. I think it was to Zach Moss, and he gets maybe a yard. That was Zach Moss, yes. Heard some rumors about the Bengals potentially being, I don't know if they're true or not. I haven't really researched them, but some rumors about the Bengals maybe being interested in Alvin Kamara. I love Alvin Kamara. I wanted the Bengals to draft Alvin Kamara that year. They ended up getting Mixon, and that ended up working out just fine. But I'd love it if Alvin Kamara came to the Bengals. That'd be cool as hell, you know? I don't know if they'll do it, though, because Zach Moss is a good pass blocker, and Chase Brown's a really good runner. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. He's got some time, and he throws. He's got Zach Moss, who's like free on the outside, picks about 14 yards there. That's going to be another Bengals first down. So that's what I'm saying. Zach Moss may not be as electrifying as Alvin Kamara could potentially be. Other than, again, has Alvin Kamara been always that electrifying with the Saints? I don't know. Mikey says, sure, take him. Just give us a third or fourth. Dude, I would absolutely, without hesitation, give up a fourth-round pick for Alvin Kamara. Like I would be sprinting to Paul Brown Stadium to take that phone call myself. For a fourth-round pick, you bet your ass. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun formation. I think there's going to be offsides or maybe a neutral zone infraction. They might even call false start. Joe Burrow's arguing about it, though, so I think they're going to call false start. Although Myles Garrett's pointing at himself. Joe Burrow was arguing about it. It looked like the refs were arguing with him, but no, it is offsides. Offsides on Myles Garrett. There you go. Cody Ford, by the way, is the one who came in relief of Orlando Brown Jr. So he's been an all right backup for the Bengals. I wasn't a huge fan when the Bengals brought him in, but he's been good as a backup. So, works out. Houday, what a way to kick off a game. That's true. That's true. They kicked it off quite well. Haven't done a whole lot else great, but that kickoff was good. All right, so it's going to be a handoff to Chase Brown, who does absolutely nothing with it on 1st and 5. So now it's going to be 2nd and 5, which is fine. Wish you could have gotten something on that play, but hey, you only have 5 yards on 2nd down, and that's perfectly fine right there. The Watson injury looked brutal. Oh, it did. His calf ricocheted. Saw it from directly behind in slow-mo, and yeah, watched how the energy transferred. It was wild, dude. It was nasty. It was gross. All right. Joe Burrow shotgun formation. He's got, I believe, Chase Brown to his right. And he's going to throw it up, and he's got Jamar Chase for a touchdown! Let's go! That was a back shoulder pass, and Jamar Chase played that perfectly. I think the Browns player is trying to argue for pass interference, but they're not calling it. Let's go. I want to see the replay though. Let's see. Was there anything? I'm just curious. It's not going to matter, but I'm curious. All right, Jamar Chase. No, there's no pass interference there. If anything, Greg Newsome was kind of handsy on that play, and Jamar Chase maybe brushed him off a little bit, but. That is absolutely not pass. That was just a great pass and catch by Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Let's go, baby. All right, 13-6. Evan McPherson comes up, and the extra point is good. It is 14-6, and that lead might be insurmountable for the Cleveland Browns. Gotta love it. So, hey, look, I was right. Low-scoring game. That's what we got. Now, can the Bengals get another 10 points before the game's over? Hell yeah, they could. One more touchdown and a field goal. That's absolutely possible. Can the Browns get 12 more points? That might be harder. The way the Browns, without Deshaun Watson, who, for all his struggles this year, is still a very talented player. DTR, not so much. So, I don't know if my prediction's going to be right, but I absolutely think the Bengals could get to 24. That's 100% possible. The Clowns made another mistake, and it's time for the Bengals offense to pounce. That's right. It's good time for Joe Burrow to throw a bomb. Wasn't quite a bomb. It was a back shoulder to Jamar Chase, but he got it done. Lions up 21-17 on the Vikings. Dude, that's a good game. I would love it if I could have watched that game. I'd never watch a Lions-Vikings game over a Bengals game, but that'd be a damn good game to watch. I'm back. My Bills are finally winning. Yeah, I saw that. They got a touchdown, right? It's 14-10. So hopefully, for your sake, they can hold on to that. Packers up 21-19 on the Texans. That's right. That's another good game. There's a lot of good games today. Texans-Packers is really good. Vikings-Lions is really good. Bills-Titans is really good, too. I mean, just because it's unexpected. I'm not watching that game, so maybe it's not as good as I'm trying to say it is, but Seahawks are starting to pull away from the Falcons, so Mikey's probably happy about that. They're up 24-14. Alvin Kamara is kind of washed. Yeah, but dude, I'm just a big fan of Alvin Kamara. That's all it is. I don't know if he's going to be good or not. I'd love to have him as a backup. You know, I'd totally give up a 4th round pick for a better backup than Travion Williams. You know, let's do it then. I love Kamara, but a 3rd or 4th, he's all yours, dude. I will sprint down to Paul Brown Stadium myself to get Alvin Kamara for a 4th round pick. You bet your ass. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if Alvin Kamara is washed. You know, for a 4th round pick, he's definitely at least a Samaje Perine, and I'd give up a 4th round pick to get Samaje Perine back. You know, like I guarantee you, Alvin Kamara is at least good enough to warrant a 4th round pick. Even if he's our 3rd string running back, I'll take that all day. Seahawks up 24-14 on the Falcons. Correct. Dolphins and Colts tied 10-10. Interesting. Finally, the Bengals offense woke up. Took a while, but they did. I want to have faith in the defense, but they prepared for Deshaun, not Dorian. It could get tricky from here on out. They're still doing all right against DTR. And DTR is bad, too. So that's part of it. They're still doing all right. You know, I'm not too worried about defense at the moment. I overall, yes, maybe, but at the moment, I think I'm okay. My fantasy's going off right now. Hey, look, if you win your fantasy matchup and we win this game, I'd give a shit. Nick Chubb can get 5 more touchdowns as long as we win. I don't care. All right, and that is going to be a touchback on the kickoff. You just scored my prediction. 14-6? Is that right? I thought your predictions was different than that. I just need Cleveland to score 9 more points. Oh, the Bengals got 14. Okay, yeah, I do remember you said the Bengals were going to score 14. I remember that now. But no. I need the Browns to get 8 more. Hold on. 18 total. So 12. I need the Browns to get 12 more points. But then I need the Bengals to get 10 more points, right? All right, DTR hands the ball off. He's got, oh no, he doesn't. He faked me out. Oh my God. Gets it off to Atkins, who just plows through Cam Taylor-Britt. Knocks him over. He ends up picking about 8 yards on the play. There's a flag, though. What's the flag? Not going to lie, why did I think the Browns were good? Is that another illegal formation on the Browns? They did this. That's ineligible man downfield on Joe Boltonio. Okay. Cool. Keep shooting yourselves in the foot. That's fine. Why did I think the Browns were good? I don't know why you thought the Browns were good. What on earth have the Browns done this year to make you think they're good? I thought going into this year that they'd be good, but then I saw the results, and they're a mess. They're a fucking mess. It's bad in Cleveland right now. But if you were thinking they were good this week, I don't know why you thought that. DTR throws a screen to number 20 there, who picks up about 7 yards. Pierre Strong Jr. It was Amari Cooper, too. Oh, Amari Cooper got you fantasy points? That's cool. I think I have Amari Cooper in my on one of my fantasy teams, if I recall correctly. Although I think he's on the bench, though. Better than last week. Yep. Let's see. I will say with the 4 points the Browns have missed, this could be a closer game than it is, but it's still a pretty close game because there's no offense. And it's intercepted by Sam Hubbard. There's a tipped pass. I mean, not tipped at the line or whatever, but it's tipped. Oh, let's see the replay here. Sam Hubbard comes down with the interception. That's big. That's big. I'm sorry, I didn't describe that well at all. But let's see the replay here. I'll describe exactly what happened to y'all. Sorry, I was going through these comments and I totally wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, DTR throws and looks like 19 can't come like he gets his hands on it, but it just bounces off his hands and it goes high. And Sam Hubbard manages to come down with the ball. It's a big, huge interception. And I think the Bengals are in scoring range already. If I saw that correctly, no, not quite. The Bengals are at the 43. It's not quite in scoring range, but that's great field position though. That's absolutely phenomenal field position. That was Cedric Tillman, by the way, who was the guy who tipped the ball. So DTR threw it. It was a pretty hard pass, probably unnecessarily strong of a pass for how short of a pass it was. But still, like, I mean, if you're like, if you get your hands on it, you got to catch it. But even if you don't catch it, you can't let it like ricochet like high like that. That's a terrible, terrible play by Cedric Tillman. And great heads up by Sam Hubbard to find where that ball was going and come down with it. Huge play. Huge play. Okay. Amari Cooper, fantasy. I think I have him on one of my teams, but I think he's on the bench. I can't remember though. I might not have him at all. Okay, not that team. Oh geez, I have Younghoe Koo as my kicker on one of my fantasy teams. He's got -1 points. Jesus. Eagles having a damn good day on defense though. That's helping my fantasy team out a lot. And so through a lot of this bullshit I'm going through, I got Rashid Shaheed, and I got negative points from Younghoe Koo, but I think the Eagles defense is making up for it. And DK Metcalf too, having a big game. That's good to see. Okay, Steelers 11. Shut up, Mikey. They're not going 11-6. Yeah, because I had Amari Cooper on one of my teams. I know I did. For like the Brown, I didn't expect him to get traded, but I had him when he was still on the Browns. I might have benched him. Can't remember. Not there. Maybe I'm wrong. I swear I thought I had Amari Cooper. See my ESPN team. Oh yeah, okay. He's on my ESPN. Damn, I should have started him over. Hold on. Joe Burrow hands the ball off. That's going to be about a 3-yard pickup for Chase Brown. Cool. Let's see. Definitely over Tank Dell. Tank Dell sucked. Has sucked so far. He could still get some points, but man, Amari Cooper over Tank Dell really would have run this game home. I still might win. I'm not expected to win, but I am currently winning. So, we'll see. We'll see. But Amari Cooper definitely could have made a difference for me. Damn. Terrible decision by me. I played Tank Dell over him. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, hands the ball. Fakes the handoff, and it actually turns out to be a good thing. That's dropped by Eric All, but also that drop might end up being a good thing because the Browns were all over that play. He probably would have lost yards if he hadn't dropped it. All right, it's 3rd and 8 now. Bengals offense is rough right now. I don't know what to tell you. Lions got another touchdown. So they're starting to pull away in that game. Starting to pull back away, that is. Joe Burrow is shotgun formation. He's audibling something right now on 3rd and 8 from the 41-yard line. It's gonna be a handoff to Zach Moss. I'm not sure what the logic in that is. And he gets like a 1-yard gain. I think were they trying to get in field goal range? Because like now they're at the 40 and it's 4th and 7, so you're not going for it. So you're gonna kick a field goal here. I would think with the way the defense is playing, you kick a field goal here because even if you miss, you can probably stop the Browns offense, right? I would absolutely, unquestionably take the field goal here. It's a long field goal, but we know he can make it. His power is not in question. Sometimes he has issues with accuracy, but that's usually, no, they're punting. Why are they punting? All right, and that's going to be caught around the 11. So they punt the ball away to the 11-yard line. Dude, they could have made that. Maybe they're worried about like the wind and the field conditions or something like that, just because the Browns kicker's already missed 2. Maybe there's more going on than just he's a bad kicker, because I don't think he's a bad kicker. I don't know. I'm not sure why they're punting there, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah, Browns are pushed back pretty far, so I guess it's fine. Dustin Hopkins is the Browns kicker, by the way. And Dustin Hopkins is not a bad kicker. So the fact that he's already missed 2 so far, I'm thinking perhaps Evan McPherson's already attempted 2 extra points. So maybe he feels that it's just a bad field for kicking the ball right now. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe Evan McPherson didn't feel confident in the kick. So maybe that's why they're punting. I don't know. You got Ryan Ricow, who's a really good punter. So maybe you're just like, hey, you got a weapon of a punter, and you're almost certainly going to pin him deep. So that maybe that's what they're thinking. I'm hoping that's what they're thinking. Eagles up 21-3 on the Giants. Yeah, because the Giants suck. Giants are awful. Like I'm telling you guys, the Giants may have the worst roster in the NFL right now because of all the injuries, but still, it's bad. Where's Duncan Hines when you need him? The Brownies got goofed. The Brownies goofed again. It's time to put Cleveland out of its misery and go for the jugular. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think they should have gone for a field goal at least there, but whatever. Steelers 11-6. Shut up. I think I responded to that earlier though. Lions up 28-17 on the Vikings. Bills field goal. So what y'all up by 10 now, right? Oh, up by 7. Okay. Bills up 17-10 on the Titans. There it is. Why pay Evan Mack all that money and Zach has no faith in him to kick longer than normal field goals? Well, that's not necessarily true. He does, depending on the situation. This could have very well been, again, the Browns kicker's already missed some pretty bad field goals so far. So it could be that the elements are wrong, and it could be Evan McPherson being honest with Zach and saying, hey, I'm not super confident in making this kick. And then at that point, you know you've got a weapon of a punter in Ryan Ricow, so you're going to give the ball to him, and you know your defense has been playing well, so you trust the defense. That's probably what they're thinking. I'm guessing that was partially Evan McPherson's decision not to go out there for it because Zach has trusted Evan McPherson in those situations before, and he's made it sometimes. So if I had to bet, Evan McPherson's probably part of the decision not to go for it there. Weird, but whatever. 11 from the 11-yard line, DTR rolls out, a little bit of a slight play action. Way overthrows it. He had a little bit of pressure in his face, not much, but he way overthrows that one. Meant for David Njoku. Didn't do anything there. Today is Kenneth Walker's birthday. Well, I'm sure he wants to win. Didn't know that's his birthday. That's cool for him. I'm sure he wants to win. He wants to win every week, right? But I mean, they're winning 24-14 right now. So for Kenneth Walker's sake, hopefully they hang on. Who remembers Chris Carson? He's a running back, right, for the Seahawks. You know, it was like I vaguely remember Chris Carson. All right, it's gonna be a handoff to Nick Chubb. No, it's not. It's actually gonna be DTR's gonna keep it, and he picks up like 12 yards in the first down because they might as well just do that the rest of the fucking game because the Bengals aren't gonna stop them. The Bengals they can't handle running quarterbacks. Like I said, they have a decent strategy with Lamar Jackson. Make him throw the ball, and then you count on him to make mistakes. Maybe that's what you got to start doing here with DTR. Focus more on stopping the run and force him to throw the ball, and then he's probably going to make some mistakes. Maybe you start pulling out that strategy because you're getting killed by him running the ball right now. All right, it's going to be a handoff to Nick Chubb, and you're not getting killed by him running the ball because he only picks up about maybe 2 yards there. I lost a flag football game on my birthday. That's unfortunate, Mikey. I don't know if I've ever played a game like played a match on my birthday for anything. I can't remember that ever happening. All right, 2nd and 8. Second and 8. Got 350, 349 for sinking purposes. DTR, play action pass. He gets hit as he throws by Trey Hendrickson, and that just goes nowhere. Because obviously, duh. 3rd and 8. Trey Hendrickson's kind of a little gimpy getting up. That's not great. I think he's okay, but yeah, he's kind of limping a little bit. Oh, yeah, he landed on his knee pretty roughly there. Yeah. I think he's okay. Probably just might have bruised it. But yeah, he came down pretty hard on his knee, like his body weight fell on his knee. So, but he's still in there. All right, DTR takes a shotgun snap, rolls back. He's got pressure immediately, and everybody's on top of him. He has to throw it up. He just goes out of bounds. There you go. 4th and 8. Browns are going to have to punt. Defense coming out playing well today. I was a defensive end who scored a touchdown at tight end, and we lost by 2, 34-32, because of a safety on the last play. Still won the championship, though. Well, that's all that matters, Mikey. You won the championship. Sorry that you lost on your birthday, but you won the championship. Like, I'd take that all day. I'd take that all day. I don't think, like I said, I don't think I ever played a game. I only played one season of, well, I technically played 2 seasons of football, but one of them was when I was 6. And I don't know if I ever actually like got much going on in the game. Charlie Jones returns the ball, gets it out to about the 35, only about like 3 or 4 yards on the return, though. There's a flag on the play, and I'm thinking that might be unnecessary roughness on the Browns, like helmet-to-helmet contact. But let's see what it is. It's usually on the kicking team for what it's worth. So this is, the betting odds is that it's going to go against the Bengals. I thought I saw Charlie Jones, have his helmet hit, so it's possible that that's what's going on. Personal foul. Is that on the defense? I can't tell. I think it is. I think it's on the Browns. Okay. So I think it's personal foul on the Browns. And so I'm guessing it's probably that helmet-to-helmet hit that I saw. That's what I'm guessing. It was cool, but unfortunately I got a season. Oh, no. That sucks, dude. I guess you're happy for your team that they won a championship, right? But that does suck. But yeah, I played 2 seasons of football. One of them was when I was 6. I was like a linebacker, but like I hardly ever got in. I got in a little bit more often. I was a 3rd stringer when I played in 7th grade, but I did get in a little bit more often. Only thing I ever really did exciting, though, is I got a pick 6 against an undefeated team. I think we still lost, though. Joe Burrow throws to the left side to T. Higgins, who is pretty well open there, picks up about 14 yards. So the Bengals offense has been really good at starting drives all day. They've just been really bad at keeping the momentum going. This should have been the London game, as the British soccer lovers would love all the punting in this match. It's true. I mean, 14-6, that's still a pretty high score for them, though, ain't it? If you saw a 14-6 soccer game, that'd be nuts. I'd love to see a 14-6 soccer game. That'd be insane. Oh, you have a lot of stopping and starting, too. All right, Joe Burrow is going to pitch it to Chase Brown to the left, and he's got nothing going on there. Loses about 4 yards. Jeez, that was a bad play. That was horrible run blocking. Poorly designed play. They're going to say it was a loss of 3 yards. I think it was more like 4. But they're in field goal range right now, but, man, 1 sack and they're out of it. Especially if they're not going to take the opportunity on the last one. Man, it has been a not wonderful day for the Bengals offense so far. Not terrible. There's been some ups and some downs. Not a whole lot of scoring. 2nd and 13. From the 34-yard line. Joe Burrow throws. He's got Jamar Chase. And he manages to stay on his feet a little bit. I think picks up about 9 yards. So that's right back in field goal range. It's going to be 3rd and 4. So they're giving him 9 yards. There you go. I got 3 sacks the first game, 5 or 6 sacks the season before. I got hurt the first play of the first playoff game, but I was happy we won. Yeah, but that's still rough. It kind of tarnishes the championship season for you because you got hurt. But hey, it's good that you were playing well. I definitely did not play well in football. I got a pick 6 actually, but it wasn't. It was still overall a bad season. T. Higgins gets loose and he's right through for the end zone. There you go. He had a guy basically miss a tackle on him. He kind of shook him off, and then there was nobody. There was no safety coverage at all. And he just runs right through for a touchdown. T. Higgins gets in. And that's good for my fantasy team, too. Let's go. T. Higgins is in absolutely a contract year right now, and he's playing great. And it's almost certain that he's not going to be a member of the Cincinnati Bengals next year. I mean, it's possible the Bengals could franchise tag him if they get a deal done with Jamar Chase, but if they don't get a deal done with Jamar Chase, they're going to have to use the franchise tag on Jamar Chase. So T. Higgins is almost certainly done after this year with the Bengals, which is unfortunate because he's having a great year. Kick is up and it's good. The Bengals take a 21-6 lead. So, hey, despite my criticisms, Bengals have 21 points scored, and we're only in the third quarter. So we're a field goal away from my prediction being correct, and we're a touchdown and a field goal away from it being considered a good offensive performance. Regardless of a lot of the drives haven't been so great. But hey, 21 points in 3 quarters, I think that's a pretty decent day by the offense. So overall, you'll take what you've seen so far. T. Higgins with a nice touchdown catch and run there. This is the killer instinct the Bengals lacked in the first half. Zach and Dan Pitcher must have tore the offensive players a new butt in the locker room. Maybe, I don't know. I don't see Zach Taylor being that fiery. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think they needed their butts ripped open or anything like that. I think they were serviceable in the first half. I mean, not great, but with the way the defense was playing, you saw some good things here and there. I don't think it was worth tearing into them. It's just like, hey guys, focus. You've had some good plays, but you keep kind of losing it in the last second. So, you got to focus and get better. I think that's probably more of what they were talking about in the locker room. That's going to be a touchback on the kickoff. And so the Browns are going to get the ball from the touchback. An offensive lineman pushed me down and stepped on my pinky. I'm assuming is what you're saying there with the cleat. That's rough. Would you tear a ligament in your pinky or something if you're out for the rest of the season? Seahawks up 31-14 on the Falcons. Damn, they're taking control of that game, aren't they? Falcons looking like they were going to be competitive in that one, and certainly not now. So I bet you're happy about that, aren't you? Got ripped open. Ugh. Lions up 28-20 on the Vikings. Dude, I kind of wish I would have gotten to see that game. DTR is going to throw it 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage for some awful reason. And Nick Chubb gets the ball and isn't even able to get it back to the line of scrimmage before he gets tackled. What a weird play call. They're going to call it 2nd and 10, but he definitely lost at least half a yard there. Texans are really close with the Packers. It's 21-19. The Texans have the ball. So with a field goal, they could take that lead back. Dolphins, Colts tied 10-10. Eagles up 28-3 on the Giants. Yeah, interesting day so far. Bills up 17-10 on the Titans. All right, DTR takes a shotgun snap, rolls back, throws, and it's caught on the sideline by Elijah Moore. And wait, is it Elijah Moore? No, it's DJ Moore, right? No, it is Elijah Moore. Okay. I don't know why I always get DJ Moore and Elijah Moore confused. I always forget who's on the Browns. But yeah, no, it's Elijah Moore. About a 5-yard pickup for the Browns. 4-yard pickup, actually. So they're calling it 3rd and 6. Jameis Winston is dressed, which is weird. He's inactive. He literally cannot go in the game. It's not possible, I don't think. Unless it's do they have that emergency rule? I don't know. They used to, but I thought that got repealed years ago. DTR rolls back, overthrows Pierre Strong Jr., who was open and there he could have easily gotten the first down, but that was just a terrible throw by DTR. And it's going to be 4th and 6, and the Browns are going to come out and punt. Eagles are up 28-3 on the Giants. I saw that. It's crazy. He's the emergency option. So did they bring the emergency quarterback rule back then? Because I guess that kind of makes sense. You don't have to activate them on game day for them to be the emergency third stringer. But the emergency rule is that if your second string quarterback gets hurt, all right, there's the punt. It's going to go down to about the 10-yard line. Charlie Jones is going to attempt to return it. Not a very good return at all. Gets down to about the 17-yard line. So it's about a 7-yard return, but he was just trying to he was trying to get too cute there. Probably could have, if he had just ran, sprinted, he probably could have gotten a few more yards there at least. But, whatever. Bengals offense is going to come out. They're going to have the ball about the 17-yard line. So, yeah, DTR has to get hurt for Jameis Winston going, right? I believe, if I recall correctly. They brought it back after the 49ers had no quarterbacks in the Eagles versus the Eagles in the 2022 NFC Championship game when Purdy and Josh Johnson got hurt. Which is crazy because like the Broncos had something like that and they had to like they had to have like a wide receiver go in at quarterback because they had everybody get hurt. So, I mean, you'd think that would have been when they would have brought back the emergency quarterback rule, but I guess, when it's good teams, that's who people care about, right? But okay, yeah. So I guess they must have recently brought that rule back. Okay, well, yep. So, but again, if I recall correctly, Jameis is can only go in though if DTR gets hurt. Like, he's not allowed to go in if they bench DTR. He's only allowed to go in for like an injury situation, if I recall correctly. Mikey says correct. Okay. I remember I liked that game. Did you like that game? I didn't like that game. I watched that game. It was dumb. Like, I mean, there wasn't really. It was interesting seeing how the Broncos responded to having all their quarterbacks hurt. But unless that wasn't like against the Saints, was it? If it was against the Saints, I can see why you liked that game. Saints won 31-3. Okay, so that's why you liked it. Okay. I did not like that game because it was a blowout for the Saints, which I'm sure you like. But it just seemed like completely uncompetitive. What was the point of even playing the game? Because the Broncos basically had no chance with all the injuries they had at quarterback. I may be wrong, but I think the Broncos was because of COVID. That's right. It was because of COVID. So they had, I think what was it? They had their starting quarterback. If I recall correctly, their starting quarterback was hurt, and their backup and their third stringer, and I believe their practice squad emergency guy all had COVID, and so you had to start a wide receiver. That's when the Saints were good. Well, I don't know how good you can really say that they were when they're beating the Broncos. Like I'm not saying they were bad by any means, but that game I don't think was an example of why they were good because the Broncos had no chance. That was y'all were playing a college team essentially. You didn't have an NFL quarterback in there. But I mean, I'm sure you enjoyed it though. 31-3. That's always fun. All right, so it's going to be a handoff to Chase Brown, picks up about a yard. We are in the fourth quarter now, by the way. Let me go ahead and update that. But I remember when the Bengals absolutely slaughtered the Ravens when they had a bunch of injuries and stuff like that. Was not a good game at all from like a neutral standpoint. The only reason that I felt really good about that game is because Joe Burrow had a record-breaking performance. And it wasn't like it's like if he had done that against like a starting caliber team, that would be one thing. But anyway, Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. He has a lot of pressure in his face, throws it short to Chase Brown, who manages to make a guy miss and picks up about 6 of the 8 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. All right. But yeah, we were playing the Ravens, and the Ravens had like a JV squad out there basically. And we absolutely slaughtered them. Joe Burrow had record-breaking performances. And it's not like the type of thing I don't still talk about that game from like, look how good Joe Burrow is. But at the same time, as a fan of the team winning, you love seeing that. When you have the opportunity to go blow a team out, you love it when the team actually does that. Joe Burrow from the shotgun formation on 3rd and 2. From the 25-yard line. Takes the shotgun snap. Rolls back. Throws, caught Zach Moss, who manages to break out of a couple tackles and gets ahead for the first down. Let's go. We were 12-4 that year. I'm not talking about just that game. Yeah, I know. You're saying the Saints were really good that year. And they were. The Saints were very good back then. I'm just saying that particular game was kind of unfair to the Broncos, honestly. It probably should have either been like postponed because they did that a couple times that year, right? Probably should have postponed the game. The Saints still would have won. Don't get me wrong. They might have still blown them out because the Broncos were a bad team that year. But they probably still should have pushed that game back, though. All right, Zach Moss stays on his feet after the handoff, but can't really do anything with it. So it's going to be 2nd down and probably still 10. Goff is 19 for 20. Damn, he's having a good game. Bills up 24-10 on the Titans. All right, they're probably gonna pull away that game at this point. To be fair, we had Taysom. Oh, that's right. I forgot you had Taysom Hill starting. Damn. Okay. All right. That's fair enough. That's Taysom Hill. Then again, that was also back when Taysom Hill still, like, the NFL hadn't quite figured out Taysom Hill. So, But no, I forgot y'all had Taysom Hill starting. What an awful game from a neutral perspective. What a terrible game. You got Taysom Hill versus, like, some wide receiver on the practice squad for the Broncos. Joe Burrow throws that ball into the dirt. I'm not sure what the hell he was doing there. It's 3rd and 9. He had a little bit of pressure in his face, but he threw that ball. He was targeting the tight end there, but not a whole lot doing. All right, let's see the replay here. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. A little bit of pressure, not much. Tries to, he didn't need to throw that ball when he did. He tried to throw it to Drew Sample, and it wasn't catchable at all. Like, that was a weird throw by Joe Burrow there. Come on, you got to do better. 3rd and 9. Man, 3rd and 9. Like, you can convert this, but come on, do something. Show some life. The Bengals have scored 14 points in the second half so far, so you'll take that, but they're still really inconsistent right now. You want to see them kind of like, if you really want to see them break through and get back to the point where you're talking about them as Super Bowl contenders, the offense has got to be more consistent. But they've been a little bit more explosive, though. You'll give them that credit. Like, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase have been killing it. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase have been killing it, but you want to see a little bit more consistency, and I want to see a little bit more consistency out of Joe Burrow, honestly. I know the protection's been okay. It's just the Browns are a really, really, really good pass rushing team, but you want to see a little bit better than this, though. A little more consistent than this. Let me rephrase. 3rd and 9. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. He rolls back, and he's got plenty of room to throw. He's going to throw it deep. He's got T. Higgins, who catches the big. Did he drop it? No, he dropped it. Fuck, dude, he had it too. That must have gotten knocked out by Greg Newsome. Damn, dude, he got both hands on that too. Yeah, T. Higgins, he caught it, but he did not control it through the ground, and I think Greg Newsome ended up ripping that ball away. That's Denzel Ward. Never mind. That was to be fair, great play by Denzel Ward. T. Higgins has had a really good game today, so you don't criticize him too hard on that play. But what a missed opportunity. What a missed opportunity. I don't think it's going to matter because we're in the 4th quarter and the Bengals are really controlling this game, but just like opportunities like that, man. That's why we're 2-4 right now. Because of these little missed opportunities here and there. You're just lucky you're playing the Browns right now. Ryan Ricow is going to punt the ball away. And that's going to go down to, it's going to roll. Damn, what a great punt. That was another great punt. It only get down to like the 30, but that just rolled like 20 yards. And it got returned to about the 15-yard line. But damn, Ryan Ricow is a weapon. He's got to be statistically the best punter in the NFL. Like, I can't imagine he's not. I'm going to check PFF. Because, he's got to be. Like, there's no way he's not. Let's see. According to PFF grades, the best punter in the NFL, according to grade, is A.J. Cole of the Raiders. Damn, Ryan Ricow is 11. That's weird to me because he's been a weapon. Yeah, and there's no real discrepancies with number of attempts either. So, I guess he's the 11th best punter in the league. Maybe that's how bad our punting has been so far, that the 11th best in the league feels as good as it does. That's crazy. Let's see. Ryan Ricow has the 5th most punts inside the 20, so that's part of probably what I'm thinking. He's definitely got the 2nd longest punt of the year with 80 yards. Only Corey Bojorquez of the Browns has a longer one. Although he's also had, almost double the number of punts this year too, which just to tell you something about the Browns. Ryan Ricow's net punting of 45.3 is 3rd in the NFL. So I'm actually kind of curious now as to like why his PFF grade is only 11th best if his net punting average is third best. That feels like that would be like the key. I don't know. Yards per attempt. He's number 10 with 50.4. And then, like I said, net is 45.3. Because I think that's a big part of Ryan Ricau's game is like, he's really good at like kicking it far, but he also has good hang time, which gives the Bengals special teams unit a really good opportunity to go, get the job done. Let's see. Any other stats? We're talking about punting stats right now. That's what it's like being a Bengals fan in 2024. Is I'm just like I'm talking about punting stats because that's the exciting part, right? I don't think he's had one blocked. Nope. All right. DTR is going to fake the handoff, or it's going to be. Oh, he fumbles the ball, and oh damn! Looks like Joe Batonio falls on it. So DTR. It was a play action pass, and he rolled back and he lost control of the ball, but Joel Petonio fell on it. That was a really that would have been a hell of a that'd basically be game over for the Browns if the Bengals had fallen on that fumble. What a play! Damn. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Whatever. All right. So it's 2nd and 13 now after the fumble. And DTR rolls back. He throws over the middle, and that's caught by Tillman, I think, number 19. About a 10-yard pickup. No, not 10, like 8 or so. I guess they're calling it 9, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. And can you force a punt? Now, here's the question: you're potentially going to be near 10 minutes left to go, and you're already down by like 2 scores. So, like, do you go for it on 4th down here? DTR rolls back. He throws over the middle. They're not going to need to go for it because Cedric Tillman catches it for a 1st down. So, oh well. That could have been really cool there on a lot of different ends. But the NFL's narrative about the Broncos game not getting postponed in 2020 was that Denver violated COVID protocols with their quarterbacks not distancing and as a result caught the virus. I'll respond to that in a second, Jay. DTR is going to hand the ball off to Pierre Strong Jr., who gets about 3 yards on the left-hand side. I don't give a shit that Denver violated COVID protocols. That was dangerous what they did. You can't have a practice squad wide receiver playing quarterback. That's dangerous in the NFL. That was not okay. I know I remember them saying that, but that's not okay. For safety's sake, you can't do that. 2nd and 8, DTR takes the shotgun snap, rolls back, throws over the middle. Cedric Tillman picks up the 1st down. Geno Stone playing extremely soft coverage. Can't get anything done there. Damn it. Colts up 13-10 on the Dolphins. What a weirdly close game. Fun fact, the Saints' opponents have only missed 1 field goal all season when playing the Saints. That's rough. Seahawks up 34-14 on the Falcons. That game's over, I think. DTR takes a shotgun snap, throws, and that's tipped at the line. Falls down harmlessly, though. That was a dangerous... DTR is dangerous with that ball, dude. I'll tell you what. Lions up 28-23 on the Vikings. Dude, that is such an interesting game. I'm kind of rooting for the Vikings. Nothing against the Lions, but just because like the Vikings have Sam Darnold and pretty much everybody wrote them off, I kind of want to see them succeed. I'd like to see them get it done. But then again, also I feel bad for the Lions with Aiden Hutchinson, and also I like the Lions, so I'd be fine with whoever wins that game. DTR pump fakes and then ends up throwing it to David Njoku, picks up about 6 yards on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. Because the refs are loving the Lions? I don't know. Mikey doesn't agree with that, apparently. I told you kickers don't miss playing us. Dude, the Browns have already missed twice today against us. That's crazy. Now, again, at this point, not that it matters, because it's only taking 4 points off. We'd still be up by 2 scores if they had made both that field goal and that extra point, but still. All right, DTR is getting rushed by Trey Hendrickson, and he just has to get rid of the ball. How is that not there you go. I was about to say. They're calling Yeah, they're going to call intentional grounding on that one. I assume. Because Trey Hendrickson's mad. They're not going to call roughing the passer, are they? No. They're not going to call roughing the passer. That was easily intentional grounding. I mean, I get that Trey Hendrickson fell with his body weight. They're not going to call that. They're not going to call that, are they? If they call roughing the passer on Trey Hendrickson on this, that's bullshit. That's absolute fucking bullshit. If they call roughing the passer, they're saying intentional. Okay, they are calling intentional grounding. They're calling 2 intentional groundings. Okay, or they call it something. Okay, so those are both on the Browns. Okay, I was about to get pissed because Trey Hendrickson was pissed. Okay, all right, so they are calling intentional grounding on DTR. Okay, I was about to lose my fucking mind. Like how are you supposed to rush the guy? How are you supposed to get anything done if you can't even tackle the guy? Like, but no, okay, all right. They are calling intentional grounding. I was about to say that's easily intentional grounding. There's nobody even in the vicinity where DTR is going there. Maybe you could argue he was trying to get it to the guy on the drag route. You could maybe argue he was trying to get it there and that, it went badly because he was being tackled. But at the same time, he very clearly only threw that ball because he knew he was about to get sacked. So I think that's the right call by the refs. I thought they were going to call fucking roughing the passer on Trey Hendrickson, though. I was going to be so mad. I was getting mad. Y'all saw it. All right, 4th down, Brown's going to have to punt. That's good. At least 3 good plays, no throw the damn flag. Not sure what you're referring to there, Jim. I don't want to hear it. We got more trash talk. Gotta love the trash talk. Yeah, but dude, Jim, all Jim does is talk trash, and that's fair game. Fair game. Don't talk trash about each other, but you talk trash about anybody's football team all you want. That's fine. Nice punt there by Corey Bojorquez. That's unfortunate for the Bengals, and that's going to be down about the 3-yard line. Yikes. DTR still had the ball in his hands upon Trey making contact, thus no roughing the passer. Yeah, but he finished with his body weight. That's what I was worried they were going to do. Now they waved the flag off to their credit. I've just seen so many times them call roughing the passer on the stupidest shit. So I'm a little. Forgive me if I'm a little gun shy on criticizing the refs for calling pass interference on the dumbest shit. Yep. Been an interesting game so far. I think we can go ahead and say the Bengals are, barring a catastrophe, should probably come away with this one at this point, though. All right, Jaguars. Oh, we already knew that. Jaguars beat the Patriots 32-16. Seahawks remain up on top of the Falcons 34-14. Bills are beating the Titans 24-10. Texans are trailing the Packers 19-21, but they have the ball at the Packers 14-yard line right now. So barring a catastrophe, I'm guessing they'll probably get a field goal and take the lead. Dolphins up 13-10 on the Dolphins. Colts up 13-10 on the Dolphins. What a weirdly competitive game there. Vikings took the lead on the Lions 29-28, interestingly enough. Giants are trailing the Eagles 28-23. So that game's over. That game's there's only like 3 minutes left in that game too. That game's obviously over. Are any of the other games over? The Bills just got a field goal. So they're up 27-10 on the Titans. There's still like 10 minutes left in the game though, so maybe that's not over, but Seahawks Falcons is definitely over with only 4 minutes left to go. Seahawks are up 20 points. There's no way. There's no way. Damn, the Texans and the Packers only have like they're past the 2-minute warning. It's like 1:52. Damn. Bills up 30-10 on the Titans. Yeah, the game's over. No, they're up 27-10. According to ESPN, they're up 27-10. Man. 3rd and 4 is still bad, but 3 and 4 is still bad, but 2 and 5 is worse. Zach Taylor will now be 1 and 5 versus the Browns. Is that right? That's not right. We've beaten the Browns with Zach Taylor before, haven't we? In Cleveland. I'll give you that. But no, we haven't beat him. So that's not right. Okay, Joe Burrow's under center. This is obviously going to be a handoff that far back. And Chase Brown almost actually gets taken down for a safety. Luckily, he doesn't. I think he lost a yard there. Damn. That's rough. Let's see. In the Zach Taylor era since 2019. Yeah, no, that's not right. The Bengals beat the Browns in December 29th of 2019. They beat the Browns December 11th of 2022. And the most recent game they played against the Browns, they won. All right, so there's going to be a handoff. Chase Brown, there you go. He gets through, and there he picks up a first down. So after the bad play, follows it up with a good one. Might just be in Cleveland. Well, it's not in Cleveland because the Bengals haven't won in Cleveland since 2017 at all. So Zach Taylor has like in Cleveland, Zach Taylor would be 0 and whatever. So I mean, I'm not. Maybe it's like in close games or something. I don't know what they're saying there, but the Bengals either have 3 wins against the Browns or 0, depending on what you're saying there. Falcons suck, gotta love it. Or maybe it was Joe Burrow. Well, no, Joe Burrow has beaten them though. I think Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Zach Moss. Oh, you know what? Zach Moss goes backwards. Joe Burrow might not have beaten the Browns because he did beat the Browns in Cleveland, and he wasn't starting in that game, so that would be. Yeah, Joe Burrow hasn't beaten the Browns in Cleveland ever. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what that stat is. I don't know what that stat is. I'm sure they said something on the broadcast. I didn't see it. I don't know what they're talking about. Vikings took the lead. Dude, I'm kind of salty that I'm missing the Vikings-Lions game. So that's got to be a great game. But again, I'd rather watch the Bengals, even in this slobber knocker here. I'd rather watch a Bengals game than even the best possible NFL game involving a different team. Chase Brown stays on his feet. There you go. Doesn't really get a whole lot there, but picks up about 4 yards when he probably was only going to pick up like 1. So Bengals beat the Browns in 2022. They did. Oh, yeah, that's Joe Burrow. Yeah, Joe Burrow was the quarterback for that game, I believe. But that was in Cincinnati, though. That's the key. 1 and 5. That's probably what it is, Jeff. It's probably Joe Burrow is 1 and 5 against the Browns, or 1 and 4, or yeah, I guess 1 and 5. Joe Burrow is probably 1 and 5 against the Browns. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is because Joe Burrow did beat him once, not in Cleveland, but he's beaten them. 23-10, 27-10. Said 30 for a minute. It said 30-10 for me too. Yes, I've noticed ESPN's been wonky lately with their scoreboards. I've noticed them make a lot of mistakes like that. Texans up 22-21 on the Packers. That they are. They are. The Packers have probably one final drive left. Let's see if they can get it done. Apparently, they didn't get anything done on first down. So, Texans have the opportunity to get a win here against a very competitive NFC team. Packers, I think, are better than a lot of people expected. Texans dropped the game-winning interception. What a rough way to go, dude. There are a lot of really good games. Up until the very end of this game, that Bills-Titans game was interesting. But the Bills have pulled away now, so it's not that interesting now. I don't think the Titans have much of a chance now. 3rd and 7 for the Bengals. It's going to be another handoff to Chase Brown. He doesn't do shit with that. Not sure why they did 3 runs there other than just playing conservative. Got a 21-6 lead with a little over 5 minutes left to play. 5.5 minutes left to play. So I guess they're just trying not to screw it up. Got a 2-point lead, and you can just milk the clock. I guess that's what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know. It should be fine. Please, Colts win. Who are they playing? Dolphins? I guess you don't like the Dolphins, right? I don't think the Dolphins are a threat, though, for what it's worth. Like, I wouldn't worry too much about the Dolphins, but I also get rivals, right? So you're just probably rooting against them for the sake of it. Ryan Ricow is going to punt once again, and that's going to go not the best punt in the world, only down to the 40. It's going to be returned to the 50. Jesus. That's going to be on the Bengals side. So that might be one of the worst punts all year for the Bengals. With 4:50 left to go. I mean, this game is not wrapped up yet. I'll say that. The Bengals are not, they still got to finish it out. And going 3 and out on offense and having a terrible punt like that is a good way of giving the Browns a fighting chance. So that's not great. Don't want to see that. I hate the Dolphins because they're in the division. Yep, that's fair. That's fair. I always 100%. I root against the Browns every week. Not because they're any good or a threat, just because I hate them. Because that's crazy, Dolphins guy Tyler. Okay. DTR takes shotgun snap. He's getting chased down by Trey Henderson all the way down to past the 30-yard line. Damn. He went all the way back and just got rid of that ball. And that's not intentional grounding because he's so far out of the pocket at that point. There's nothing there. But damn. And Trey Henderson had just scared the lights out of him. Man, it's so unfortunate that the Bengals potentially going to be 3-4 after if they can finish off this game. Even at 3-4, they should be so much better off. You're having career years from guys like Trey Hendrickson, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase has been having a really good year. Chase Brown's been emerging. DTR throws it short to Cedric Tillman, and he picks about 3 yards on not really a whole lot there. But, you've had some really good performances from certain players this year. Joe Burrow, not the last couple weeks, but for a little while there, Joe Burrow was looking like he was an MVP candidate despite the Bengals' record. Starting to kind of fall away from that the last couple weeks, but DTR takes a shotgun snap. He rolls back, throws it high, and it's intercepted. There you go. Is that Geno Stone? There you go. He contributed something. He might take it back all the way, and he's down to the 30. He gets it down to about the 30 when he does get tackled, and that's Geno Stone finally making a fucking contribution. But hey, there you go. There you go. Geno Stone with the pick, and that's probably about all she wrote, folks. That's probably about all she wrote. So we got about 4 minutes left in that game, but Geno Stone's got him in field goal range. And, I can't imagine at this point that there's much the Browns can do. Barring a complete and utter catastrophe, which I'm going to knock on wood for because I'm not trying to jinx the Bengals. Woo! The defense has finally again, this is against really bad offenses in the Browns and the Giants, to be fair, right? So the defense did their jobs the last couple weeks. I'd like to see them play better against teams like the Ravens, but we'll get a chance to see that again here in a couple weeks. Next week is the Eagles, week after is the Ravens, I believe. Chase Brown gets the handoff, loses about a yard. Your dad predicted the Bengals to win out. Interesting. Maybe. The Bengals have a pretty easy schedule. Eagles, trash. Raiders, trash. Ravens, well, we almost beat them. If the defense had done literally anything that game, we would have won. Chargers, they're okay. Steelers, they got a good defense. That one's going to be interesting. But they're possibly may have shot their team in the foot by putting Russell Wilson in, even though Justin Fields has been very serviceable. Cowboys, trash. Titans, trash. Browns, obviously trash. Look at this shit. Broncos, they're okay. They're up and down. Steelers, we'll see. So there's a couple of games there that, I'm, not super confident in. The next Ravens game, I think they could win, but the defense has to show up, Joe Burrow he's got 2 fullbacks on this play and a running back. All right, so he's going to hand the ball off to Chase Brown, who just gets eaten alive in the backfield. He stays on his feet long enough, but still loses like 2 yards. Jesus Christ. Browns going to take a timeout there. I think the Browns took a timeout. Got 3:52 left to go in this ball game. 3rd and 12. Colts up 16-10 on the Dolphins. Damn, is that right? They must have just got a field goal because it isn't updated on the ESPN yet. Falcons lose 34-14. Yeah, rough day for them. They're definitely done. I think it's a wrap on the Browns with that interception since he just needs to run the clock out. That'd be nice. I don't know if they're going to do it, though. They're probably going to give the ball right back to the Browns after this. But they are making the Browns take timeouts. So we play the Seahawks next week. Yeah, the Seahawks are looking pretty good. But they're playing the Falcons are an up-and-down team, I think. Yes, they did. Yes, they did, Mikey. All right, Chase Brown takes the handoff, and once again, nothing there. So I think, are the Browns going to take their last time out now? Looks like it. 3:48 left to go. The Bengals 4th and 12, and they're going to have to punt. The clock is not moving, so I'm assuming the Browns took their last time out. Yep, they did. Oh, damn, Packers got a field goal. Packers got a field goal and won that game. Damn. So close for the Texans. So close for the Texans. All right, well, that game's over. Seahawks beat the Falcons 34-14. Bills are currently up 27-10 on the Titans with like 4 minutes left to go. Colts up on the Dolphins 16-10 with 7 seconds left to go. So that game's basically over. All right. 50-yard field goal attempt. Oh, really? I didn't realize that we were that far. Yeah, because of the interception, right? All right, 50-yard field goal attempt. Evan McPherson comes out, kicks that ball up, and he missed it. Damn. There must be something going on with the wind or the field or something right now. Because there's a lot of weird shit going on. A lot of weird shit going on with the kickers right now. That's probably why the Bengals chose to go for it earlier, right? Because I think, and then you saw Deshaun Watson snap his Achilles. So I think there's got to be something going on with the Browns field. Like the Browns field must be like absolute trash right now because the kickers can't get anything done. Deshaun Watson has a career destroying injury. Like I'm not saying he's done playing football, but I am saying he might be done being relevant in football. Damn. Missed the kick. Tom's happy. I'm sure he is, dude. The Packers are – I did not expect the Packers to be as competitive as they are, especially after Jordan Love got hurt. A lot of us thought the Packers season was over. Then it turned out to be a relatively minor injury, and they won with Malik Willis. And now, you got Jordan Love back, and he's playing well again. Dude, the Packers are something else. Trey Henderson knocks a pass down from DTR, so still got good defense there. Packers beat the Texans 24-22 as time expires. Crazy. Texans lost. Yeah, I think the Texans might be slightly overrated. Everybody acts like they're like one of the best teams in the NFL, and they're still 5-2. They're not the juggernaut that some people were acting like they were. DTR rolls back, throws, and it's not DTR actually. It's is that Jameis Winston? I thought he couldn't go in. The DTR must have got hurt. I didn't even see him get hurt. Yes, Jameis Winston's in there. What? DTR must have been hurt, or they must have at least said he was hurt, so they could put what's his nuts in there. Yeah, DTR got benched after the interception, and Jameis Winston's in there, which I didn't know you could do. But I guess it's because the emergency quarterback rule is if they get hurt. But I'm not aware that DTR got hurt. So that's a first down for the Browns, by the way. Winston throws. And looking way better than DTR, by the way. I don't know what the hell the Browns were thinking by having DTR be the backup quarterback. Jameis Winston rolls back, throws, and that's actually broken up. There you go. Nice play by Akeem Davis-Gaither to make sure that pass is not caught. Eagles beat the Giants 28-3. That they did. Colts beat the Dolphins 16-10. Yes, they did. DTR is being looked at. Thus, crab legs Winston's in the game, and hopefully he throws an interception. It's a fraction of his reputation. Well, that'd be cool if he did. At this point, I don't really care. Got like 2:42 left to go in this game. Like, they can get a touchdown. I don't think it'll really matter. It might help my prediction because I predicted the Browns to score 18. They've only scored 6 so far. All right, Winston takes the shotgun snap, looks around. He's going to throw over the middle, and that's caught. No, he dropped it. What the fuck? He was wide open. Not wide open, but like there was nobody who was like hitting him or anything like that. He just straight up dropped that. Number 3. I don't even know who that is. Thomas is texting me. He apparently was at work today, so he didn't have a chance to come on. Hold on. Jameis Winston takes a shotgun snap, and there's flags immediately. It's going to be a false start on the Browns. Thomas is mad that Watson got hurt, and even more mad that people are celebrating him to get hurt. That's about what I expected out of Thomas, yeah. Thomas has been very strong in his defense of Deshaun Watson and the fact that he hasn't been convicted of anything. I'm going to refrain judgment, but that's been Thomas's position, and so he's mad that people are celebrating him to be hurt. I'm sure he is because he believes that Deshaun Watson didn't do anything. I mean, fair enough. If that is the case, if he really truly is innocent, that's terrible that people are cheering him on to be, hurt, but whatever. Jameis Winston throws the ball to Cedric Tillman for about 20 yards or so. There's nobody around him. Jermaine Pratt eventually brings him down, but man, they're just letting him walk all over him right now. Again, not that it really matters. I think they care more about letting the clock run because the Browns have no timeouts. Winston throws over the middle, looking for Cedric Tillman in the end zone, but it's overthrown and he doesn't get it. And oh, Jesus, Geno Stone and Von Bell collided, and they're both hurt. Both of our starting safeties hurt on that collision. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, they smacked each other, dude. They smacked each other. They were both going for it, and boom. I wouldn't be surprised if they both have concussions. Geno Stone's in a lot of pain too, dude. Geno Stone is in an intense amount of pain. They're looking at his knee. He might be done. He might be done. That's rough. Von Bell looks like he's okay. He's walking around. But Geno Stone might be out. Well, we might end up getting to see Jordan Battle more than as much as we wanted anyway now. Might end up getting to see Jordan Battle after all. Bengals fans have been calling for that just because Geno Stone hasn't been playing well. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying it's good that Geno Stone got hurt. I'm just saying a lot of Bengals fans have been calling for Jordan Battle over Geno Stone. And, yeah. So, they might get that now. Geno Stone looking rough down there. Dolphins, what happened? The Dolphins aren't very good, dude. That's what happened. I know you're happy about that, too. Your boy Jameis, I don't care. As long as he doesn't beat us, I don't care. He definitely overthrew that touchdown, though. Lions kicking the game-winning field goal, and it's good. All right. Well, so much for the Vikings, then. 15 seconds left on the Lions games. Vikings, no timeouts. Saquon dominated the Giants, 176 rushing yards and a touchdown. That's funny. Talk about a revenge game. Good God. Well, I will say the positive thing is it looks like Von Bell is doing okay. But, yeah, Geno Stone still down on the field. Lions up 31-29 on the Vikings. Yeah, they're still just in the middle of the field looking at – like, at this point, just cart him off. Like, if it's that bad, why is he still down? Because, I mean, he's not unconscious. I don't understand why they don't just like get the cart out at this point. Like, I mean, we're going to another commercial break. And to be clear, like, what matters is Geno Stone okay? If it's taken this long, clearly something's bad. But I don't understand why they don't cart him off, and if it's that bad, cart him off and take him to the locker room and deal with the issue there. Like, why are you dealing with it on the field? It's weird. Bills up 34-10 on the Titans. Yeah, game's over. Let's go, Bills. Yeah, game's over, y'all. That game is over. Lions win a wild game. Got it done. Mason Rudolph keeps fumbling snaps. Mason Rudolph sucks, dude. Mason Rudolph's a joke. Okay. Now Geno Stone is getting carted off. He's got that must have been a bad injury then, because like his leg is in a compression cast already. He must have like shattered his fucking leg. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. I feel bad for Geno Stone. Again, Bengals fans have been calling for Jordan Battle to get more snaps over him anyway, but nobody wanted to see it happen like this. Nobody wanted to see it happen like this, man. I feel so bad for Geno Stone, dude. I really do. And get better soon, man. That's terrible. He's probably done for the year. He's almost certainly done for the year. And that's what a terrible way to end a game where he's played relatively well. With that interception he had earlier. Damn. That sucks to see, dude. That sucks to see. 31-29. I hate the Lions. Why do you hate the Lions? You're a Bills fan. Why do you hate the Lions? Lions beat the Vikings 31-29. That they did. Bills beat the Titans 34-10. Remember when that game was close? Jameis Winston takes a shotgun snap. He throws over the middle, and that's just overthrown. Nowhere near number 3. Who is Jerry Jeudy, by the way. I've been wondering who that is all game. And Jerry Jeudy, I guess. Only really making an impact here at the end of the game. And even then, not really making an impact, just being targeted more at the end of the game. Damn. Is that why they traded Cooper? Because they figured Jerry Jeudy could be their number 1? And he hasn't really shown up much today. I mean, he's been targeted a few times and hasn't really done much. 3rd and 10, Jameis Winston takes a shotgun snap, rolls back, throws, and that's caught for the first down. Elijah Moore, and that's going to be just across the 2-minute warning. So, I guess the Bengals, honestly, at this point, really don't care. The Browns, I think, have 1 timeout left. But the Bengals, don't allow a touchdown, give them the first down, and that just makes them run the clock out a little bit more. I guess that's what they're probably thinking, right? Yeah, Thomas is pissed about about people cheering on Deshaun Watson's injury. And I get it. I get it. Under normal circumstances, I'd absolutely agree with Thomas. Again, I'm withholding judgment. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying it looks awful suspicious. But again, I don't know what happened. So I'm gonna side with him tentatively. If we find out later that Deshaun Watson was 100% guilty and there was no question about it, then, I think it's absolutely totally understandable that people cheer for him to get hurt. Otherwise, though, if he if he is innocent, which jury decided that he was, except for the ones where he settled outside of court. But, again, that's definitely not a guilty verdict. So, I mean, if he's, I think it just really depends on if he's guilty or not. If he's guilty, then yeah, that's probably karma. But I don't know that he's guilty. It seems awful weird that he had that many accusations. But then again, Thomas makes the point that it's a corrupt lawyer trying to basically make a dime off of ruining his reputation, which is possible. Seems a bit far fetched to me, but it's possible. All right, 1st and goal. Browns get the ball at about the 6-yard line. Be kind of nice if they could stop him from getting points here. All right, Jameis Winston takes a shotgun snap. He throws over the middle, and that is broken up. Nice job by Cam Taylor-Britt. Let's go. Poor Gino, but next man up in Battle. It's true. And dude, Jordan Battle looked pretty good. Since we've drafted him, Jordan Battles looked pretty good. So like it's kind of unfortunate that he hasn't been getting development this year. But now hopefully, again, just purely looking at it from Jordan Battle's perspective, now hopefully there's an opportunity for him to get some more snaps and develop a little bit more. But yeah, that sucks for Geno Stone, man. That's really unfortunate. Jameis Winston gets sacked by Trey Hendrickson, who was coming out like a bat out of hell on that play. And it looked like Trey Hendrickson actually missed the sack, but he tripped up Winston enough, I suppose, to get him down. So it's about a 3 or 4 yard sack. Josh Allen still hasn't thrown a pick this year. Is that right? Winston rolls back, and he's going to throw in the end zone, and that is caught, but I don't think he came down. They're saying he came down in bounds. If so, that's a great catch by David Njoku. If so, that's a marvelous catch by David Njoku. Let's see the replay because it's possible. I thought he was out of bounds, but let's see. All right, catch, secured. Yep, both feet in bounds. Yep, that's a touchdown. All right. Well, slightly better play by Cam Taylor-Britt could have knocked that ball out, but, whatever. All right, the Browns are going for 2. Of course they are. It's about the only chance you really have, I suppose, so. And it's going to be a fake handoff from Pierre Strong. Jameis Winston throws the ball, and that is caught by Cedric Tillman. So the Browns are going to convert, and it's now 21-14. So, I'm assuming it's going to be an onside kick here because they don't have any timeouts left. So if they get the onside kick, there's a chance. But, how often do onside kicks really work out? I don't know. But I also don't want to jinx it either. So. Typical clowns, they're third string guys, their best guy. Dude, I really feel like if Jameis Winston was the backup quarterback, the Browns maybe could have won this game because he's looking pretty good out there. Refs won the game with 4 calls. I gave up when it was 28-20 or whatever, Lions. I hate the Lions coach. Dan Campbell? Why do you hate Dan Campbell? Dan Campbell's awesome. The fuck? How can you hate Dan Campbell? Dan Campbell's the shit, dude. Yep. Yeah. Should have been Jameis Winston, honestly, this whole game. I don't know why they insist on starting DTR. But, yeah. Probably too late now for the Browns. If it had been Jameis Winston this whole time, they maybe could have gotten something more done. I don't know. But then again, is it partially because the Bengals were playing soft to try to milk the clock? And then when Geno Stone goes out, you got Jordan Battle in there and you're changing up the way you do defense. And Jameis Winston takes advantage of an opportunity. Is that why it looks a little bit better with him in there? It's really kind of hard to say. Otherwise, the Browns have been a disaster. But part of the reason the Browns have been a disaster is because the quarterback play has been awful. So, all right, Bajorquez coming out for the onside kick attempt, and the Bengals take their final timeout for the sake of icing the onside kick, I guess. Getting under Mikey's skin, Jim. A little of both, maybe. Yeah, maybe a little both. I don't know. Like, my only thing is the Bengals defense has played well despite the Browns quarterbacks playing poorly. So I don't know if Jameis is enough to get the job done. But then again, I don't know. That's a wrap. The good guys win. Oh, you must have seen the onside kick then. I haven't seen it yet, but I figured it was going to be fine. I can't tell you the last time I saw a successful onside kick. Since I haven't seen it yet, and I don't technically know what you said, I'm going to knock on wood just because that's worked for me well this year. It's also not worked for me well this year, but I'd say it's worked more often than not. All right, Bajorquez coming out. Or is that Hopkins? I'm not sure. All right, it's going to be caught by Mike Gesicki, and that's pretty much a wrap, folks. All right. And the Browns have no timeouts left. Joe Burrow's just going to come out and kneel it down. And the Bengals are going to get ahead to 3-4. Nice. Looks like he tried to do a fake on that onside kick, and Mike Gesicki was not having any of that. So the Bengals are going to move ahead to 3-4. The Browns are going to fall to 1-6, and their season's probably completely over now with Deshaun Watson out. Joe Burrow's in victory formation. There's the kneel down. And we're not quite at the final kneel down yet, but yep. Vikings and Rams fans should not complain about the refs. It's fair. That's fair. But yeah, Bengals are going to move ahead to 3-4. They remain one game behind. One game behind the Ravens. Although I think it's a game and a half. The Ravens, who are not playing day, and there's the second to last kneel down. One more kneel down. This game's over. So, are the Ravens on bye this week? No, they play the Buccaneers tomorrow night. So go Buccaneers. If the Buccaneers can win that game, the Bengals will be one game behind first place, unless the Steelers win, obviously. All right, and there's the final kneel down, and this game is over, y'all. As Jay said, good guys win today. Good guys won today, baby. Let's go. Took care of the Browns. It's the Bengals' first win in Cleveland since the Marvin Lewis era. Which is shocking because the Browns, despite some competitiveness here and there since 2017, it hasn't been like they've been juggernauts or anything. So the fact that the Bengals, this is their first win in Cleveland in 7 years is kind of wild, like kind of really wild. But they got the job done today. The Browns are no longer Joe Burrow's kryptonite. I think we can go ahead and say that. Now, does that mean they're going to win all of their remaining games against the Browns for the rest of Joe Burrow's career? No. But I think we can officially say that the magic of the Browns against Joe Burrow is probably over at this point. Yep. Bengals get the job done, baby. The lady Kara says, "Hooday for life." Let's go, Hooday for life. I did not record any of this game, so I'm going to have to see if YouTube will let me download it. Trying to say before? Yep. I'm not sure what you were trying to say before, Jeff. But anyway, Bengals come away with a win. That's big. That's big because the Bengals are now 3-4, and they play the Eagles next week. With a win over the Eagles, they'll be back to 500, and the Eagles are, they got Saquon Barkley. Other than that, it hasn't been a great year for the Eagles. Now they dominated the Giants today, to be fair, but yeah, Bengals should be able to beat the Eagles. Will they do it? I don't know, but they should be able to. Let's see. Eagles this year have scored 34, 21, 15, 16, 20, and 28. So they've had some high scoring games, but they've also had a lot of low scoring games. They kind of remind me of the Bengals offense. So this should be, I'm going to say, despite the fact that the Bengals are 3-4 and the Eagles are 4-2, this should be a relatively evenly matched game between the Bengals and the Eagles. So it should be a really good game, I think. I don't want to sit here and say the Bengals are guaranteed to win or anything, but the Bengals have an opportunity to beat a good team in the Eagles. And if they do, suddenly they're 4-4. And and if you can get some help from the Buccaneers tomorrow night, and if you can get some help from the Jets, I think tonight, then you've got a really good opportunity to potentially march back and do some damage in this division. Because if you can beat the Ravens the second time around, then you get yourself to the point where you're tied with them, and then you just gotta like outplay them the rest of the season, which you can totally do, especially with the Bengals schedule. Then the Steelers, you still got 2 games against the Steelers, so I mean you can totally, you still control your destiny when it comes to the Steelers as long as you can, as long as you get that start right. Cody Thompson says, "Who Dey? Let's go, Cody. Let's go. Who Dey? Who Dey? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Who Dey? Okay. Who Dey? Okay, let's go. Let's go, baby. All right. 21-14. It's not quite what you wanted to see out of the offense. I'll tell you that. Not quite what you wanted to see out of the offense, but they got the job done at the end of the day. So, yeah, I guess that's probably about it for me today, right? Lady Kara says, "Who Dey? Let's go. Let's go, Kara. Let's go, Kara." Yep. Okay. So, as far as the rest of the games go, pretty much all of the other games, all the other 1 p.m. games are over. Seahawks beat the Falcons 34-14. Bills beat the Titans 34-10. Again, remember when that game was competitive? Remember when the Titans were winning, and then the Bills just went off in the second half? Packers outlast the Texans 24-22. The Packers look dangerous, dude. Colts hang on 16-10 over the Dolphins, and they're 4-3, so they're nothing to sneeze at, I think. Lions hold on against the Vikings 31-29. Eagles beat the Giants 28-3. On Thursday, the Broncos beat the Saints 33-10, and then this morning, the Jaguars beat the Patriots 32-16. So tonight, you've got the Jets and Steelers. Tomorrow night, you've got the Ravens and Buccaneers, and then a doubleheader with the Chargers and Cardinals, which why the fuck the Chargers and Cardinals are the teams we draw, I don't know, but I can't imagine that'd be a fun game to watch. But Ravens Buccaneers could be I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I might potentially stream Ravens Buccaneers because that could make a difference. That could make a difference for the Bengals season. I almost kind of want to stream Jets Steelers tonight. I know I'm not going to have time because I got to go pick my son up. Yep. Right now, Raiders are playing the Rams. That game's tied 0-0. Commanders are already on top of the Panthers 7-0. And looks like they're about to score again. 4th and goal at the Carolina 5, so they'll probably get a field goal at least. 49ers and Chiefs tied 0-0. So, yep, that's all she wrote, y'all. So, the Bengals come away with the win. They're 3-4. Season ain't over yet. We're 1 win away against an Eagles team that is very beatable from being back to 500. Thanks for always keeping us posted, Kyle. Have a good evening, sir. You too, Kara. I appreciate all y'all showing up. We're going to keep moving forward. And the Cincinnati Bengals season is not over. It was looking like after 0-3, it was looking pretty over. But since then, they've won. Since they started 0-3, they've won 3 games. So they've also lost a game. But they're 3-4 now. They're 3-4 now. But they beat they beat the Panthers. And who was the other team they beat? Oh, right. Earlier in the season, they or was it 1-3? It was 1-3 they started, right? They started 1-3. I don't know what I'm thinking. Because it was no, they did start 0-3. Okay, so they beat the Panthers, they beat the Giants last week. So the Bengals are 3-1 in their last 4 weeks. So, we were worried about the 0-3 start, but then they're 3-1 in their last 3 weeks. So, I mean, that's a good way to start turning the season around. Still got to catch up a little bit. Next week against the Eagles, you can do it. But, I mean, even if you lose that game, beat the Raiders the following week, and then you're 4-5 going into that game against the Ravens, and then if you can beat the Ravens, you're 5-5. You could be 6-4 if you beat the Eagles and the Raiders. So it seems the season's still completely on the table for you. I'd like to see more consistency out of the offense, which has that's 2 weeks in a row they haven't come close to scoring 30 points against very good defenses. To be fair. They dropped 38 on the Ravens, 34 on the Panthers, and 33 on the Commanders. So, we know this offense is capable of doing great things. Next week against the Eagles, I think the Eagles have a decent defensive line, but it's not quite at the level of the Giants and the Browns. Let's see. As far as pass rush goes, the Eagles are the 5th best. Okay, never mind. It might be another rough offensive game next week. The only team the Bengals have played this year, the Chiefs. So the Bengals have faced 2 tougher pass rushes this year, the Chiefs and the Browns, but just barely. 3, 4, and 5 is Chiefs, Browns, Eagles as far as like the best pass rushes in the NFL this year. And then as far as coverage goes, the Eagles are 11th best in the NFL. They struggle a bit in run defense, so maybe Chase Brown could potentially have a big day. They are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9th worst in the NFL as far as run defense. But overall defense looks like the Eagles are, where are you? Why can't I find them? What? 11th. Okay. Eagles have the 11th best defense in the NFL, trailing the Chiefs, Giants, Browns, Ravens. Damn, half the teams we've played this year, their overall defense is like about middle of the pack. So, I mean, I'm anticipating the Bengals will probably score like they might get to 30 next week, but it'll be like 30 or 31, But I mean, it could be 27. In fact, I think that's probably what I'm not there right now as far as making my prediction, but it's probably going to be about 27, 30 points as far as my Bengals offensive prediction. I don't know what the defense is going to do against that Eagles offense, though, because I know Saquon Barkley's been having a hell of a year. As far as run game goes, the Eagles are the 10th best team in the NFL. So not as good as I thought. Interesting. Their run blocking is only 17th best in the NFL. So maybe hopefully the Bengals can. I guess it's just all Saquon Barkley. Hopefully they can hold him down. And then they're passing offense, so maybe that's an opportunity for getting something done on offense. Pass blocking is 13th in the NFL, so it must just be like Jalen Hurts is having a bad year. Okay. All right, well, anyway, but I appreciate you. I'm hungry, so I'm going to go get some food. Say hi to my wife, etc. Appreciate y'all showing up. Bengals get the win, 3-4. They are 1 win away from getting back to 500 and turning this back into a really decent season, I would say. So I appreciate y'all showing up. I will leave y'all, as always, with a hoot-hey!